Come on, man. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. Block Giants, man. For real, for real, for real, man. Block Giants, episode 19. That was, man. That's the vibe right there. I love hearing a song with some fucking legendary fucking acts, and also hearing Lil Wayne barely hold his own. That is lit to me, bro. That is lit to me, bro. When I hear Wayne, ever since only built for Cuban links, bro. Like, bro, it's Iron Man and only built for Cuban links, bro. That's hold a special place in my heart. That solidified them as just Brock fucking Giants in my book. You know what I'm talking about? That's lit,
Yeah, man.
That's lit, bro. That song was it, man. What's the name of that shit? Renaissance?
Renaissance Rap 2014.
Oh, that was 2014?
Yeah, it's old, man. I just had to dig up a classic, man.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. It don't always gotta be new. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh, if it's good music, it's timeless, really. So.
Okay.
But yo,
Hell yeah.
you can tell the respect's there when they put Wayne last, because you know how it goes. If you're last, you're supposed to be cleanup.
Yeah, that's true. But
And they let Wayne clean up. I was like, ooh, he came through.
that's true, bro. I hold you, bro. Tip verse was going crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was going crazy, bro. Like when I heard Tip out of nowhere, I'm like, Tip! Like, hold on, bro. Tip was busting. Busta was getting on the bro. They were all doing their thing, man. Like, I could have heard. Honestly, I felt like Wayne shouldn't have been clean up though. Like, you know what I mean? I think maybe he was clean up because he's more relevant and newer. Like, but honestly, I heard two verses on there that could have been clean up, and you know what I'm saying? And Tip's verse, and I want to say Ray's verse. Like, you know what I'm saying? That could have been clean up. But maybe, like I said, because he's a more prevalent and known artist at the time, like, you know what I'm saying? So maybe they got, you know what I mean? But anyway, Wayne is a lyricist anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to take that away.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm never take nothing away from Wayne. But like I'm saying, that's the first, like I said, that's one of the first songs I've ever heard where Wayne was just neck and neck, not head and shoulders above. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was lit. Like, I love hearing songs like that. It's great. It's great artistry. Like when you heard the Eminem and Wayne tracks, or the Jay-Z and Wayne, like you just, or Kendrick, and you know what I'm saying? You just hear great artistry. Drake and Cole, like when you hear those two together, like you're like, oh, bro, you know I'm finna get some good content, some good quality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah, fire, man.
Yeah, but so check it out though. But anyway, we on Block Giants episode 19, man. You know what I'm saying? Happy to be here. I'm over here with my taller partner. You know what I'm saying? 18 to the G. And we got Dose Definitely over here. Richter, aka Dose Milf. And we are episode 19, little short, one episode short of Bente. Hey. And we just happy to be here, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. We got a great doc too. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I was doing some research on these topics, and I was lit. I was excited, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, we was coming through this time. Like, now we got some shit to talk about this week. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I didn't even know shit was going on like this around here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, my man over here putting me on. Hold on.
Yeah, man.
Hold on.
There's a few things we've been ahead of the pack on now that we're doing our own thing.
So, you noticed that? You noticed that?
Oh, I've been noticing that. That's why I don't follow.
What? I never follow. Bro, I just started watching, because, you know, we've been busy working, right? So I'm a few episodes behind on our favorite Potters. You know what I'm saying? So the other day, I was just randomly in the car with the wife, and I was like, "Whoa, to cut something on, something, you know, something to listen to." Whoop. They was like, "Have you heard about whoop whoop whoop?" I'm like, "Bro, that's Block Giants episode 16. Where are these niggas at?" I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm not gonna listen to your take about it. We already had our take." Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I don't care.
Exactly.
I'm just waiting for the audience to realize we ahead of the curve, man. You feel me?
Ain't no rush. They'll get there.
Yeah, they'll figure it out, man. But that's crazy, though. But, man, speaking of ahead of the curve, my man, with the Ozark topic.
Oh, what are we jumping into?
Oh, we jumping into the Ozark. My man, LV. Oh, no, sorry, my bad. My nigga, LV.net.
Oh, we gonna hit that Marty? We hit that Marty?
My nigga, Ozark.
That Marty? Yo, so, if y'all don't know, LV.net is a pretty big company out in Las Vegas. They provide internet. well, this is why I think it's hilarious. I'm like, how are these dudes big and like it's 2024? Like the internet ain't new, so it ain't like I get back in the 90s. This might have been huge, but I was like, yo, how's this dude like in business? This dude's sponsoring the hell of shit. I see his name on top of the, like on the side of the what do they call that shit? The Allegiant. I'm like, he got money to put it up there
Yeah.
against cable companies. I'm like,
Oh,
so I just
yeah,
was
it's
always
bad,
like,
right?
I was like, this is interesting. How this dude got this internet company that smaller than Comcast and all these others, but for some reason he got like as much money as them. I don't get it, but all right, whatever. He
Right?
sponsored this. He did this for the kids. Cool.
Yeah.
And then I
Tiffany
saw
Henry
this
cares.
article pop. I saw this article pop up. I'm like, oh, so he got busted. 12-day trial. Looks like it was he defrauded about 8 million. 4 million of that was drug money. So he got popped. Basically, let's see what that said. It said wire fraud, bank fraud, money laundering, and aggravated identity theft. I never heard of aggravated identity theft.
Yeah, it
That's like,
means you did it with attitude.
give me your
Yeah, yeah.
social, give me
You
your
did it with
social.
attitude. You did it with attitude.
Like, damn, son. So, I mean, coming from the Bay, Silicon Valley, tech capital, internet companies have come and gone, and I've seen this already. So
A
for
lot,
me,
yeah,
just
for sure.
again, it for some reason I was like, this does not add up. That this small little company is kind of like monster. So I was just like, whatever. It's just just I ain't a cop, so I was like, all right. But yeah, sometimes when it looks too good to be true, man, it's too good to be true. What'd you think when you saw what happened with Marty?
Sometimes.
Most of the time. Most of the time.
Like I
I believe in
said,
miracles.
okay, I do believe in miracles as well. I believe in
So I'll say
miracles.
sometimes.
But like, when I saw this, first off, I want to say that was a fucking dope ass take, though. You smoked it because I didn't know that you actually were seeing him in your, like, you know what I'm saying, billboards, like, like Tiffany Henry Cares type shit. Like, you're just seeing it and you're like, oh, word? Because I live right by the Staples Center, and before that it was Comcast, and they barely just got that. But you, okay, play on, player. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I totally see it.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I totally understand now because I didn't, like I said, I live over here, so like we still haven't seen or heard of him. So I just like to say you smoked that take though.
And you shouldn't, because
And I'm glad I
every other
didn't.
block, every other block, there's an internet person out there. So it's like you shouldn't. And we shouldn't be hearing about this cast. I'm like,
I'm glad I did it though. Because so I only have one question before I give my take. The 4 million that was not from the cartel or whatever, was that from people or like citizens or companies? Like where'd that come from?
I think it's businesses and partnerships, if I remember right. Because you could go on any radio station and you hear, oh, go to lv.net for the highest internet speed. Like, I'm like, yo, who?
lv.net for the
Who?
highest.
This ain't AT&T?
Nah.
I was looking it up. Like, does anybody own him? And he just got a different name? Like, no. So I'm like, how's this dude in the middle of the desert got the fastest internet? He got radio ads.
Yeah, fuck fiber.
So I'm guessing the 4 right. So I'm guessing the 4 mil came from all these partnerships because he was doing internet for like Raiders. He's doing internet for all the big businesses. So I'm guessing that gave you your 4. I'm guessing, right? You got some big companies out here that they don't know no better, so they like, oh, go with Marty the man. So that's my guess. I don't know.
Cool. Okay, so now I can give my take with a little bit more clarity. Okay, so the very first thing that came to mind was 2 things. I don't know if you're familiar with this streamer. He was big. I want to say, no, he wasn't a streamer. He was a YouTuber. I want to say he was big. His name was Ami and a Hellcat. Are you familiar with him?
Nuh-uh.
Okay. Well, he was the one that was pretty much teaching people how to use fire sticks, buy from him type shit.
Oh, snap.
He had all the cars and the mansions and everything like that, and the feds came and got him and took him down so fast because once, like, and I understand it. Once you watch it, hold on, let me get to that after. Okay, so and the other thing I thought of when I first read it, I don't know if you've seen the TV show Ozark.
Mhm.
Like
I did. I don't like it like everybody else, but
I loved it. But anyway, but I'm saying though, like
yeah,
if you watched the whole thing, right?
yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is just reminding me. It just gave me so many like references and like you know what I mean. Like your name is Marty. First off, you're money laundering for the cartel. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was trying to do your thing, and they were like, and I saw the TV show. The cartel was like, nah, fuck that. I need that 4 million launder by next week, or that's your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, I don't even. All right, let's try. I'm gonna try this little internet twist. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying this.
Internet twist.
At least Marty went and got a casino, but he was already in Vegas. He can't get a casino in Vegas. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
He tried to figure it out. He's like, I'm gonna kill these niggas with the internet. Nigga, like, okay.
Right.
Okay. I tried my hardest not to laugh because I wasn't sure if there was actually people that like you know what I mean, like a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme type shit. I didn't know if people were getting their money taken. I don't know if the money that he was actually taking was insured, like by the other companies that he took it from, so they can have a recourse and some legal way to stand on that. Like you know what I mean? Sorry, legal recourse. I wasn't really sure about it. Like I said, to me, I thought it was interesting because being a black man in America, like, do you understand how hard it is to start a business with all your paperwork right? You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, legal beagle, like you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? And this man, I don't know, just walked in there and was like, all right, cool, check it out, look, this is what we finna do. Like and boom, just boom, 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 like and all of a sudden, and then fast forward 3 years later. We're in this situation, like, well, not we, but he's in that situation, and I just thought it was interesting because, like I said, I've tried to start multiple businesses, and I have gone through the red tape, and I've always wondered why, like, I mean, I'm taking it off subject now, but like you know, immigrants who move here from other countries, they can come here immediately and get pushed through with paperwork, and I was just wondering, like, how does something like this even happen? Like, how does a gentleman? I mean, I understand. So the LLC, boom. All right, cool. Start the corporate shit, boom. You know, appoint the board. I mean, I understand how it starts, but I'm saying though, how do you go from all right, cool? I got some investors. Like, I'm trying to figure out, was the cartel there the whole time? Like, you know what I'm saying, backing him? You know what I'm saying, or did they come in later once they saw something was hitting? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like that's why I said I was getting Ozark vibes because like in Ozark, he was pushed in a situation like, and he had to do the shit like. And he ain't say shit about the cartel. He said, look, I don't know. You better not. Keep doing what you're doing. But I'm saying, like, I don't know if it was like a situation where he was just already running it up and he made $4 million. And then the cartel came and was like, hold on. Now you got to do this. And he was like, okay, now I got to be dirty because we know if I say no to over here, what's going to happen. Like, so I really don't know the whole story. Like, I want to know the story. Like, I mean, I understand the facts and figures, but I want to know the story. Like, I feel there's a lot more tea. There's a lot more tea going on with this.
I'm sure this will be into some kind of Lifetime or some kind of doc eventually. But, if anything, it sounds like he's been around for a minute because LV.net's been here for a long time.
How long?
And like I said, it was out here back when I was coming in to Vegas in the 2000, 2001.
Okay. They've been here. Okay.
So my point is like he was early. He was on the internet. I'm gonna get y'all fast internet. But that's why I was like, yo, it's 2024, fam. How are you still in business against AT&T,
AT&T's,
Cox Cable, Time Warner, all of them? How you beating all of them or hanging in there as this little dude? So I was just like, something ain't right. But in terms of the money, I think he had to get it to stay afloat. I think he was ahead of the game, and he probably ran out of dough, allegedly. And then he was like, hey, there's a bag, and if they kill me, they're probably going to just dump me in some dirt over here. But nobody's going to find me. I might as well swallow an air tag. I don't know. But,
nigga says swallow an air tag.
To find that fool. So, I don't know, man, but it sounded like he could have been in a vice grip by the cartel or some kind of mafia, but I wouldn't be surprised because this city was built on mafioso, right?
Hello.
There's a reason the mob museum is here for a reason. So, I I don't know, man. I can't even think that it's going to be pleasant for him in prison either, because I'm sure they got people in there too. So,
Huh.
you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
it just
But
didn't add
I
up
feel like
coming from tech, coming from
yeah.
tech. It just didn't add up, Mike.
Look,
I don't get it.
coming as a layman who has no idea about any of this type of shit, the street angle made way more sense to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just instantly, like, because like once you said that he was been in business since 2001 type shit, like, and he's competing with all these big conglomerates, there is no competition. That's like me and Barry Bonds having a home run competition with each other. Oh, that's like me and you having a dunk contest against each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand the money ran out. If whatever customers you might have had, maybe you amassed, like, okay, I didn't know it was 2 decades. So if you
Hmm.
amassed 4 million within 2 decades, that makes more sense because you amassed 4 million within 2 decades. But it's not like you have that in liquid in the bank. You just made that.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but that means like quarterly after 20. Do the math. What was that, like 500,000
Right.
a year? What was that 50,000? Like,
Right.
what was that, like 500,000 a year type shit? No, no, that's 50,000 a year type
Mm.
shit.
Yeah. For that long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, I can see the well is dry, and obviously at that time, like I said, I'm thinking street angle because I'm very familiar with situations like this, like, you know what I mean, small business owners or things like that. There's people that actually their job is to spot weaknesses in businesses and then go exploit them. There's people's job, like, and I'm talking about legal people's job, like legal, like for
Hmm.
companies, like legal. I don't know what the cartel got going on, but I'm saying there's an actual job title is where you spot
Hmm.
exploits in companies and go exploit them, and that's why they're called hostile takeovers. Like, this has been a thing since before we were born. Like, so I
It's
understand
called
that.
M&A.
It's called what?
M&A.
M&A. Oh, educate me. What's M&A stand
M&A.
for? Imminent.
Mergers and acquisitions.
Mergers and acquisition. Oh, M&A. Oh, okay.
M&A. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We actually have a friend that does M&A for a company. I won't say the company name, but yeah, he's the one out there researching to buy and gobble up somebody for a big monster. And
Mm.
he's like, oh, yeah, y'all ain't got that done. So we're going to take a couple million off that. And oh, you ain't getting that now? Oh, we're going to take a couple million off that, but we're going to buy y'all. But at this
Yeah.
price. Yeah. Yeah, we know
Okay.
somebody. I'll
Oh,
tell you
okay.
offline. You wouldn't even
Yeah.
expect this dude to do it, but that's a job. That's a legit corporate job.
I ain't gonna lie. My brain's gonna be toiling with it the rest of this pod too, because you know how my
Here,
mind works.
I'm gonna.
Private
There you go.
chat. Private
I
chat.
just
Yeah,
sent you it
that's
real
it.
quick.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
gonna I want to see
But
your mind get blown. You
all
wouldn't
right.
expect
Pause.
that dude to be a hostile guy. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, fam. And and corporate, that dude is doing that.
You talking about the dude I took portrait pictures with in the little thing with the chip?
Relax, relax,
I still got
relax. He's
that picture,
thugging.
right?
He corporate thugging it, dog. That's
I
what he
still.
do, son.
Hey, but you know what
That's
though?
what he
Hey,
do.
hey, you know what? He was raised around the battle prodigies and blog giants, so you know what I mean. There's
Might have
bound
got
to
a little.
always be a piece of, you know what I mean. He was around the sharks, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he just
He was
unlocked it a little
around
later
them.
on.
We just didn't know he was a baby shark. We didn't
I'm finna,
know.
big baby shark. All right, little lady,
Yep, hit him with the Shannon. Own it.
get that.
That's mine. Oh man.
If you're watching this episode,
Yeah.
bro, we love you. That's all I'm saying.
No, yeah. Oh yeah.
We love.
If you want to
Hey,
buy it,
real
just
talk.
let me know. But
Yeah.
but
I got it, bro. I need a day in your life now,
yeah.
bro. We got to tap in. But we got to tap in. Oh God, I need a day.
Yeah. I ain't got
But
much else to say, but it looked
but
like
that's
that
lit
was kind of
though.
adding up, man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, you know what I mean? So where I was going with it was like, the corporate in the legal world, in the business world, they have people like that are on payroll, and I want to say that people always think of the cartel as like some Rudy Poo operation, like just drug dealers and thugs, and I'm like, no, they are very well versed in cyber warfare. They're always trying to figure out where to get their hands in something. Like they're not no dumb people. Trust me, they own businesses. very into. They've graduated colleges, got MBAs, they've got doctorates. They're man, like I said, it's serious. Like, you know what I'm saying. So what I was saying is that, like, the way, like, I could totally see them, like, you know what I mean. Allegedly, I don't know. I don't even know what cartel it is, and I don't want to know. Okay, cool.
Same.
So I could, hell, at all. I was so glad. Don't redact it. Just don't even say cartel. Like, I don't even want to say it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put myself on the block list of saying that, like I do the other words on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
I just say mafia. I'd say mafia when it's Vegas because Vegas has that history, so I can use that word.
Okay.
You can use mafia.
Okay.
Mafia's fine.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna say the C word. I'm gonna say C word. This.
Okay. The mafia. Okay, cool. So the mafia. But like I said, I could totally picture, you know what I'm saying, the boss just, you know what I'm saying, eating whatever, some poached egg in the morning. You know what I'm saying? The assistant come over to him, like, hey, you seen this on the news? LV? No, I've been checking his daily financials. No, he's only been making like 50. Like, nah, we can pull up on him right now. I'll give him 400. I'll give him $1 million right now. Refurbish that, boom. Slide him 500. Like, but the plan is so easy in my head. Like, my criminal brain starts working too fast. Like you know, I'm like, bro, this is so easy. Like, I'm so glad when I was a criminal, I was bad at it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad because I would have went crazy. I would have went crazy. But yeah, so like the way I'm thinking this shit, I'm like, man, the best thing they could ever do was not let me get away with committing a crime. The best thing they could ever do.
Right.
If I would have got away with just 2 of them bitches, I'd have turned into Lex Luthor and Mr. Burns on their ass.
Quick, with hair.
Oh, hello, louder than it too. I'd have been trying to show something different. But yeah, so check it out. Hey, why do all the evil villains ain't got no hair? Like, is it the stress?
Maybe.
Thanos ain't had nothing. Galactus ain't got nothing. Silver Surfer's a good guy now. Well, yeah, like, hold on. Lex Luthor, Mr. Burns, like, who else? No hair.
What's his name from Breaking Bad? Walter White.
He wasn't the bad guy.
Oh, he wasn't?
I mean, was he? TV segment. But yeah, but hold on. I want to actually jump into this new segment you brought up. You brought on the docket because blew my mind, bro. Pause. Blew my mind up. Like the congestion prices of New York traffic.
Yo, so what you're talking about is what's hitting America, which has already been happening slowly in Europe, I've heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, for those that don't know, let's just get you up to speed real quick.
Yeah.
Our lovely homie Ebro out of New York. Shout out, because we used to see him back at Sac State when we used to see John Carter
with
and all them cats.
Yep.
Ebro was out there, so shout out. But they were talking about congestion pricing in NYC, and basically from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. it's $15 to drive.
On top.
No. That's just that.
Oh, the regular.
Just that. No. That's the surge. That's the increase.
Right,
and then if you drive after 9 p.m. No, if you drive after 9 p.m., it's $3. You got to pay regardless to be on the road now.
Oh, okay. I think I was misunderstood because I thought for some reason it was automatically the $3, and they're charging the surf on top of that with the 15. So they took the 3, the regular price it was, and put that for the after 9 shit, and then made the regular price the 5. Oh, that's stanky.
Yeah. So and they made that window 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. So it ain't like a nice small window. So yeah, 15 just to drive through that, and if you take an Uber, they're gonna charge an extra $2.50 to $3 per ride. So if you Uber to work and you Uber back, you're already paying $5 on top of everything else, plus the price surging, I'm sure, and all that.
And the regular cab is $1.25 to $2.50, some shit.
Yeah. So it's a weird way to try to reduce traffic, but and make free parking. But yeah, I thought this was interesting because to see it happening already over here when I forgot what parts of Europe, but if you drive outside of your area for 15 miles, apparently, in certain parts of Europe, they're going to charge you a lot of money. They're going or you can get fined. Like, they're trying to keep people in their spots now. They don't even want you to go out. And what's interesting is like
That's a
I
sign.
can get it. I don't like it, but I understand the NYC. At least you got trains. At least you got buses. Where in the Bay you have to have a car, and I can
Hello.
get worried if this comes over to the Bay. I just get real worried because cities like
We ain't got no
San
money.
Francisco,
So we ain't got no
Oakland,
money.
where most people don't live in the city that they work in. You know,
Facts.
like those metro areas where you don't live in the city you work in.
Right.
I feel it's really rough. Luckily, in Vegas, the heart of the city, the strip's in the middle, everybody's around it. So you're kind of in the same city. So I don't think that could happen here. But it just had me worrying about like California probably being next, because they already killing y'all with tolls because y'all got the
Oh,
bridges, and I could just see them
hello.
doing that now. And I just wanted to get your thoughts because I didn't know if you were hearing about the Europe stuff. But
Okay.
man, it's scary.
Um, I actually have not heard about the Europe ish yet, which
Hmm.
actually makes it more scary. Um, because I feel like that's something they're trying to implement. I actually feel like this ties into the other topic that we have coming up, so I'm not going to go
Mm.
too much into it. Um, what I do want to say is, though, to me, it all boils down to the population control type issue, the vibe. Like, um,
Mm.
it's so weird because New York gives me so much mixed feelings because, like,
Mm.
in one instance, New York is like the New Yorkers, I should say, are like,
Okay.
look, this is our city, this is our state, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't want nobody who won't own property. We have our own self reliant system that we have here. New Yorkers are on that. And the actual government of New York is saying, nah, there's too many people here to make it happen and be the way you want it to be. We're trying to keep the roads less congested. But I don't think it's that. To me, I'm not getting less congested vibes from this whole initiative. I'm getting, we need some money. Eric Adams implemented
Hmm.
a whole lot of measures for the migrants and things like that. They're trying to find a way to make the citizens who already live there flip the tax on the stupid mistakes they made. Like, so if you ask me, do I think it's coming to California? Fuck no, because
Mm.
we're gonna rise, like, for real, like,
Mm.
and that's why I don't want to say too much because it leads into another
Sure.
topic that
I know
we
what you.
have. Like,
I get
yeah,
you. I get you.
yeah, but yeah, like, unfortunately,
Did it shock you? Did this shock you at first? You just kind of like,
oh
whoa.
hell yeah, what the fuck?
Okay. Okay.
Because
Okay.
no, I'm gonna give you that all day because when they did raise the toll here from 350 to that 5 or 6, something like that. Like, and you got to realize where I live at, I'm in the central area, so everywhere I go, I'm hitting a toll. Anywhere I go, I'm hitting a toll. The only place I don't get a toll is when I go to Oakland. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anywhere else, like, of course, like, but I don't feel like that'll ever be a thing in the Bay Area because, like I said, we ain't got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait.
ain't got it.
We ain't
Like,
got what? We ain't
the
got what?
money,
What you mean?
the money.
Ah,
Like, do you
to
understand?
pay for
Like,
that
if
is what you're saying.
exactly, I'm saying, like, if they
Gotcha.
would try
Gotcha.
to
Gotcha.
implement that in the Bay Area, can you imagine Oakland and San Francisco residents hearing that? Oh, now you got to pay 15 when you want to go to Oakland. And we're like, nigga, fuck Oakland. I don't go to Oakland like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that also lets me furthermore, like I said, I have so many theories about it. Like, I feel like it's about population. I feel like it's all about separatism as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, because there's always been, for the past 30, 40 years, they've been diligently trying to wipe out the middle class. Like, you know what I'm saying? They want it to be rich and poor. And another way to do that is by saying, hey, you got to have a certain amount of money just to even go over here where the rich people at. Like, so it's looking kind of easy. Like, because let's be real. Like, I thought about that too when I heard Ebro say that on his pod. Say you go to work, gas already. You already know that's sky high. Boom. Then you hit the 15. Boom. Then you got to go back home. Boom. The other 15 plus the gas. All right, cool. And then all of a sudden, don't have a social life. Don't have your friend, or don't have a shorty, a fine dime brizzle. You know what I'm saying? West Coast slang. Fine dime brizzle. You know what I'm saying? Try to call you talking about, oh, I'm trying to go do something strange, or I just want to even go to a movie. You're like, oh, I bet. another 15 on that another 15 on that troll on a toll. Sorry, the troll on that toll, and then then the dinner, then the gas, then you gotta come, bro. That in one day, let's say a Friday night of just doing regular shit could run you upwards of $300, $400, just a Friday night. And I understand New York, like y'all pay exorbitant amount of prices for nothing when it comes to housing. Uh, and all the other shit. But like, this is wild. Like, y'all gotta stand up. Like, y'all gotta stand up because this ain't it.
Yeah, I think it's worth noting that New York City operates separate than New York State, and I don't know.
Oh, that's
I'm
good
sure
to know.
you know.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I thought what happens. I thought what happens on the state level goes down to the city level.
New York
Really?
City gets to do their own thing separately, fam. This is how they've been fucking people up over there. So
So
New
like
York
the
State will be like, oh
DMV
yeah,
of the
here's our
shit.
taxes. They'll be like, here's our taxes for the state, and then they'll be like, oh, but there's a city tax, a New York City tax because you in the city. So they actually start upping extra shit. So for me, the reason why I think this is going to come to California is because there is already a conditioning of raising the toll, raising the pay, raising this, raising that. And New York has kind of been doing the same. Like, oh, there's a New York City tax. Oh, there's a New York City rideshare tax. Now there's a New York City this, because if you just moved 40 minutes out of the city, you ain't got to pay that, right? So I think because we've already been conditioned to pay these small increments, I could see it coming to the Bay when they've already been taxing you, tolling you, taxing you, tolling you. And people are going to be like, all right. You know what I mean?
I gotta go to work.
But
Like, I gotta go to work. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't want this, but I'm just looking at it from a psychological level where it's like, I feel we've already kind of been trained to just, at least those metro areas, as opposed to LA where it's just a long drive, but there's not many tolls. I can see LA people maybe pushing back a little compared to, but in the Bay, you're just like, yo, I gotta get over the bridge. Oh, it's $5 now. Oh, it's $7 now. Oh, it's $8 now.
$10 now. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So unfortunately, that's the part that just stuck out the most to me, because New York City people have been paying extra. New York City people have been paying more. And it's crazy, like you're talking about with the migrants and all that. I'm like, you have a huge, beautiful state. Why don't you move them out of the city? Why don't you just start some farms upstate? And I'm not trying to get too much into the migrant talk, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of like if there's a population issue and shit like you're talking about, right? Like, why can't they get them out of the city? Like, let the city be.
Them there.
Well, yeah, obviously, but you know what I mean? Like, but there's a conditioning of people in the cities, in these bigger cities, that have already been, what is it, death by 1,000 cuts, and it's unfortunate. I really hope it don't come to Cali, but
I'm moving.
Man,
I'm gone.
It's scary, man. I ain't got too much else to say, but I just hope it don't happen.
I got one more thing. Before. Yeah. You don't feel like it's part of the whole separatist agenda, like the whole wiping out the middle class. Like now they're saying, like, bro, if you want to come here, you have to have some money. If you ain't got no money, you ain't gonna come here. Like, that's all there is to it. If it costs you $400 to go to work back and forth and then go out Friday night, at least $400, depending on the place you go to. Like, I give you the cheapest scenario in the world. You know, New York prices are wild as fuck. Like, that's, I feel like what they're trying to do is thumb in their nose, like trying to say, fuck you, bro. If you don't have this, if you don't make $150,000 a year, bro, don't come here. And then, because like I said, the icing on the cake that hit me about that whole tax is when they said, oh, we do have the low income program if you make 50,000 and under. Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool, okay, good. They still got to pay half. I'm like, okay, cool. At least they only pay a half, so it's 7. But that's after the 10th ride when you paid full price. Like, I'm like, bro, like, nah. There's more
after
behind
10 rides.
Yeah.
After 10 rides, what is that? $150? So after $150, you get a break.
It's 15 times 10. Yeah, $150. Yeah, for sure. And then after that, then it's down to 7. I'm like, bro, like, so I gotta go to work 10 times. So that's what, half the month I gotta pay full price, and the other half the month I gotta pay.
What I didn't like about that is I felt they were saying the low class people are the ones driving. Who else is gonna drive 10 motherfucking times in a day? Who's gonna drive 10 times in one day? the low income people because that's all they can do is drive. And I'm like, man, I don't. So I think it's targeting, but I don't think it's as much of a separation thing. And that's because I feel they're not blind. They're not so blind to think, oh, we don't need the middle class or we don't need them, because they need somebody to do these restaurants. They need somebody to pick up the trash. They need this, and they know that. They're just trying to find ways to get people to stay in there because all these buildings are empty. People working from home. People like, fucking, I ain't dealing with this shit. So I think they're trying to find ways to say, like, it's still worth staying here, but it's gonna be hard. And it's like, nah, man, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous,
I agree.
man.
It's ridiculous. I got my final note on it, and then we can go ahead and move on. I just really hope it doesn't migrate to California, because I feel like California is not prepared like New York is. Like, they've been slow whooping and slow fucking them for decades. Like I said, when I literally just watched a TikTok about this dude demoing his studio apartment that he pays fucking $3,500 a month for, and it looked like the hallway at my fucking house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the hallway. Like, I didn't even see the closet. I literally thought he was taking us through the walk-in closet. I was like, oh, okay, he started to build up the walk-in, okay, bet. And he's like, boom. Then he turned around and showed the door. I was like, oh shit, that's it. Like, and he's paying $35, and he's talking about, and he said, I had to beat out hella people to get this spot. I'm like, whoa. Like, so like I said, they've been slowly conditioning New Yorkers to accept subpar living standards for so long, like, where it's normal.
100.
Like, that's why I felt like it was so easier to pass this. And this is why I'm starting to get a little more worried about California, because once those words just came out of my mouth, I was like, wait a minute. They've been conditioning them with subpar living standards. What the fuck they been doing in California? I was like, wait.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
And y'all ain't got a system like subway. Y'all ain't at least got something to get people around. Like,
we barely got rent control around here. Fuck. We don't got. Bro, we just got the BART to go to Milpitas like fucking 4 years ago. Like, you can't, man. Before I had a car, like, let's be real, it would take me an hour and a half from Oakland to get to my grandma's house on public transportation. Like, and that's before I had to walk, like, you know what I'm saying, like a mile from where they let me off at. Like, I was like, this shit sucks. Like, so. Can you imagine if they was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Now we're gonna raise the tax on the BART, also the price of the BART and everything. And I'm like, whoa, like, doesn't make any sense. Like, in the Bay Area, you need a vehicle. You need a vehicle. It's impossible. When I got married to my wife, she came from Australia, so she was like, bro, I'm used to the trams. Like, you know what I mean? Tram, let you off right here, boom. Stores right here, markets, get right back on tram, boom. Get off right here. My house is 2 blocks. Tram over here, boom. Like, you know what I mean? She's like, where's the tram at? I'm like, what the fuck is a tram, first off? Like, she's like, hey, your BART. Does your BART take you over there? I'm like, take you over there? Oh. They give
the BART don't take you nowhere. You get on the BART and you just go somewhere. It ain't taking you nowhere.
They give you in the general vicinity, nigga. And then you got to Uber or bus it or figure it out. Right? She's like, "Word, I hate this city. You need to buy a car." I say, "Yes, you ain't playing. Let's buy one." Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy though, bro. Yeah, let's move on. Man, that's just funny, man.
Prayers up for all y'all in NYC struggling.
Oh God, need some moving vouchers.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Whew. Hey, you know what I really feel bad for though? Before we move on, the homeowners, the people that are second generation, the people that have been there, like, you know what I mean? Like, you've been there since maybe your daddy was in second grade, like, you know what I'm saying? And then you were born, and you know what I mean? I feel bad for those people, because what was Ebro saying? Oh yeah, people be trying to put up the cones, like, don't drive through here, and we're trying to keep our neighborhood still a neighborhood. Like, this is why I said I never wanted to move into a brownstone or a townhome, like, you know what I'm saying, with a house right next to my house. Like, I want to live with some land on my, and I want to be one of them weird motherfuckers that, like, I got to tell my wife, like, hey, check it out, I'm finna go hit town today and get some re-up on the supplies. Like, I want to say some shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fuck with y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pay that toll one time too. I got to pay that toll 50.
Right. Right? I'm changing my plates. I got backup plates.
Take my plates.
I'm gonna do something different, man.
They only gonna beg me once today.
Right?
I'm switching bins on my shit. I'm switching bins.
Switching everything, son. Hell no.
Hey, what was that secret agent movie we watched? Bro, I think it might be Mission Impossible, where the car just changed up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. And the paint and everything. I forgot that shit.
Yeah, I need one of them. Like, hold on, you need one of them. Jeez. But all right, man.
Anyway, man, let's move on. Let's get out of there.
Oh yeah, Tesla going through some ish. Elon, man, they keep playing with Elon. Did you want to introduce this? This is your topic. I want you to introduce it because I feel like you'll say it more eloquently.
Well, I just thought this fit kind of what we were talking about with the AT&T outage. I feel like this is kind of like going down them dominoes where we talk about sabotage and we talk about, oh, who did this, who did that. And I came across this thing where it was like Volcano Group. I'm like, what's that? Oh, it's a far left extremist group. Okay, we got those. Cool. Oh, what did they do? They attacked the power grid to hurt Tesla. So they put tons of houses out of power just to get Tesla.
Right.
And this is what I've been saying. It's like it's hard to just target somebody, especially with electricity out here. Like you can't like just target one thing with electricity. So, the fact that this Volcano Group sabotaged the power grid, then had the audacity to be like, "Oh yeah, that was me. That was us. We did that. We don't like what he's doing."
I thought they didn't take credit for it.
Oh no, they did.
Really?
Oh no. Hold up. Let me.
Yeah. I thought they said they didn't take credit for it. Yeah.
No. Look.
Oh. Wait. Hold on.
They standing
that living in the trees. Them niggas?
They standing on trillness. What's up?
I said the niggas that are living in the trees. Them niggas.
I guess so. Yeah.
The
I don't even want to know where they live, but yeah.
I'm sorry. The left group, they were talking about how they were I thought I read something different. That's crazy. Oh no. So what I read was the leftist group. They actually said they didn't claim credit for it, but now I'm seeing they did claim credit for it. But they actually set fire to the fucking facility, which, as a fucking as somebody who's proposing economic, like, you know what I'm saying, like wellness for the community, I feel like burning up a building and sending all that chemicals in the air and shit, like, that's weird. But anyway, but I'm saying, like, they fucking but they were actually admitting that they're saying, like, look, we live in the surrounding forest. Our biggest gripe is they're trying to expand the warehouse into the forest, so that's why we're occupying the forest and, making our presence felt. I didn't know they actually claimed credit for it, because the article I read, they actually said we didn't do that. We're a peaceful group. And now the very next article, they're claiming credit. Okay.
Yep. And here's the best part right here. Elon, and I quote, "These are either the dumbest eco-terrorists in the world, or they are puppets of those who don't have good environmental goals." And I'm not a big Elon supporter. I'm not a big Elon guy.
But you hit
that one on the head.
Yeah, that quote was on timing.
Yeah. I mean, you don't snitch on yourself, and damn. I just don't understand how doing damage to Tesla's factory, yet alone all these people with houses and their food in their fridge, and like, you're hurting all these other people too. Like you can't just target the houses that Tesla workers are at. So, like, obviously this is mad stupid, mad brazen. I can't believe that they did that and claimed it. And I just really hope in America we don't get to this place where it's like, oh yeah, no, we did that. Far right, far left, whoever. I just hope we ain't to this point where it's like, oh no, we did that. We did that. We broke all of Trump's windows. Like, wait, no, don't bring that here. Don't start doing any of that kind of shit, please.
I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused.
What's up?
Oh, sorry. You just confused the hell out of me. You say you hope it don't come to America and shit where they be proud to say we did that. Aren't you familiar with the whole White House debacle, like last year when Trump had them people run up in there and they was happy to? People be happy to claim stupid shit in America all the time. all the time.
It's
We just
different.
had a we just had an episode our last episode. Cop. Like what the fuck? Like the cops want the acknowledgement of doing shit. Like yeah, it's already here. The leftist group, the terrorist groups haven't done, or the terrorists, alleged, whatever. The whatever
Eco
groups they want to
terrorists.
call it, eco terrorists, whatever. They haven't done it yet. I'm not even familiar with any eco terrorists in California yet. Probably because they're not claiming any of the work they do. But I don't know. I feel like we're in that type of society now where people want the clout. Like it'll be here if it's not here yet. It'll be here.
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying, but I think it's a little different because they're trying to do something for like a good cause, not because they didn't get what they want. Like they
Right.
think it's a good cause, right? And I think what you're talking about with the insurrection and them fools running up in the White House, they're doing something because they didn't get what they want or they want something, right? Where eco-terrorism, the Tesla factories harming the environment and the batteries you're using is causing kids to die in mines and all the eco-terrorists in like Italy and France that go to the museums and throw soup on the fucking Mona Lisa. Like they're doing this and they're chaining themselves to shit just
Oh yeah, I
because they're
forgot
trying to
about
make a
that.
point. They're trying to say, hey, this is because of the environment. At least it's for something bigger, and that's
That's
where
true.
I think it's even more dangerous because it's like it's for a bigger cause, but you're still causing havoc. Where the insurrection, you just got dumb motherfuckers running up in there, and I'm like, okay, you just a dumb motherfucker. Like that's to me, it's a little different, but it's not far off, and that's why I'm not like um smashing your point on that. And I totally get it. I just think when
Well,
people
actually,
start
your point is
running
worse.
run into the environment, that's what I'm saying. When
Yeah,
people
your
run into the
point is worse.
environment, it's like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I don't want that to come here.
Yeah, I'm
Where
saying
it's
your
like
point.
if you're
Your
just a
point.
dumbass to
Yeah,
run up, then you're just a dumbass. But if you're a
yeah,
dumbass to run up and be like, but this is for the earth, it's like, yo, son,
yeah.
like,
That's what I'm gonna say
no,
right now because
don't do that.
once you, yeah, like I'm saying that's a fine line that I didn't even think we were like you were even alluding. Oh, sorry, yeah, alluding to, um, bro. Like because once you cross that line, now you're going for like maybe the Crusades or you know what I'm saying, like religion type wars or you know what I mean. Because once people feel holier than thou in their what's the word endeavor or their purpose, like that's a whole different type of energy and vibe and planning and things like that. Because when people are trying to just do it for the clout, like it's like all right, cool. Well, that clout move didn't work. Oh, I'm gonna try something different next week. No, when you feel like no, this is for the earth. Like I feel like you know what I mean. Trust me. Now it makes more sense. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
a whole different type of movement that they're on. Like
yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah, yeah.
like I
Clout, I
said,
get the clout.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, but like I said, now I'm more worried because if it goes that direction, like that type of energy, we already got too many Karens here. Like, can you imagine weaponizing all the Karens for a actual goal that they were, you know what I mean, that made sense? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but still stupid for the actions they're gonna commit. But can you imagine if you weaponize just the Karens? Oh no, oh no.
dog. Remember, imagine some fucking Karen coming over to your house, kicking over your barbecue because of the fucking flames and the smoke. Because they like, oh, you hurting the ozone layer, and you just having to cook out with your family. Like, this is what I'm saying, fam. I am not ready for this shit.
My
I
wife
do
gonna have to
not
get
want this shit
active.
to come over
My wife gonna have to get active.
kicking over
I can't.
somebody's barbecue.
Can you imagine a Karen just walking into your kid's birthday party and you just barbecuing, you know what I mean, with the family? Like, you know what I'm saying? She like, boom, kicks your shit like, hold on. The ozone layer is at 28% depletion. You be like, hold on, bitch. Be like, hold on.
Hold on, I'm gonna beat you with a pack of Franks, and then you
Hold
gotta get the fuck
on.
out of here.
Hold on.
Oh
I'm gonna
my
hit you
god.
with this gluten bread too. Oh God, I'm gonna throw a gluten loaf at you. Like, oh, God, I know you don't fuck with the gluten.
Bam, bam.
Oh
Man,
no.
that's why I get scared because they're trying to mask it as with
Oh
good
no.
intentions, but even if you got good intentions, that don't mean you can still be bad. You know what I mean? And that's where I think
Yeah,
it
for
gets mixed
surely.
up. Clout is clout. We
Right.
can't stop
Right,
that whole thing.
and even one to be advocating for the environment, environmental purposes, even that's a good thing. And that's one thing I think we said on a previous pod. Everything is fine in moderation. It's just when you go extra with it, like that's when you look crazy. Like you can have 2 drinks of wine a day if you feel like it. Don't drink a whole bottle. Like If you want to smoke a joint every other day, that's fine. Don't smoke a pound every day. Like, care about the environment. Don't motherfucking be extreme about it and start trying to set fire to buildings. Like, we have what's the word? We have steps. We have proper legal proceedings that have to be initiated. I know they're not listening to you. I know it's hard to get your voice heard. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we got to start a podcast where y'all start listening to us. Shit. I understand.
Right.
I understand. But you don't see me over there trying to set. You don't see me over there trying to set KTVU 11 building down, talking about, hey, look, I need y'all to listen to me, and y'all listen to them too much. Like, no, like no, like it's not. No, it's like, I don't know. There's just ways to go about things, and then there's stupid ways to go about things, and there's dumb, like there's levels. It's like we all care about the environment in some form or fashion, even if it ain't. I mean, there's some people that don't give two fucks, but like I feel like when you get older, around maybe 30s, like I mean, I remember when I was younger, didn't give a fuck about recycling, like didn't even think about it. Soda can, just like, you know what I'm saying, didn't care. But when you get older though, and you start noticing the state of climates, and you start, or even if you have children, you start thinking like, okay, I want there to be a place for my children. Like, you know what I mean? I want this place to still be as beautiful as it was when I was a kid for my grandchildren. Like that, those type of thoughts don't come into play until you get a little older. So I just thought it was crazy, like how, like, they're just going about it so crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do that. Like if you want to protect the environment and care about the people, right? There's simple ways to do it. Just do your part. But yeah, let's move on though, because this is actually a topic that I put on here, which actually correlates to pretty much everything we were talking about, which is Gavin Newsome and his homeless bill. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. This is a bill that Gavin Newsome has put to the forefront. It's a $6 billion bill that is going to supposedly help the homeless and the mentally unstable people in California by this is crazy. Like it's crazy. Like when you say it, like bro, like
yeah,
it's giving me Hitler vibes, bro.
And when you have to throw in the homeless and mental health,
Yeah.
Why? Wait.
Because they came up with a theory that every person that's homeless has mental instabilities. So, yeah. Anyway, so far the bill is not passing. A lot of people are. He's receiving a lot of flack for it, and me personally, I at first was like, I think this is a great idea. Let me do some research, because honestly, let's keep it real. I did some jail time. I came home. I didn't want to live the same lifestyle I was living. They offered me a program where I could go live in a certain area that would help me find job placement, housing placement, things like that. And I did the shit. Found my very first apartment through the program. I ain't looked back ever since. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was thinking it was that. Like, okay, this is where I premise it by saying I came from that experience, so I'm thinking it's that. Sure. I didn't take into account that I don't have any mental inefficiencies. I didn't take into account that you know what I'm saying, I'm not diagnosed with anything. I should say not inefficiencies. I'm not diagnosed with anything that is detrimental to me being successful and functioning in society. I should say that. So I did some research on it and was trying to figure out what's up with the pushback, like, you know. So then when I did the research, then I saw what it really looks like in black and white. You can say everything in the world about what it's supposed to do, who you want to help, how it's going to benefit the community, but you have to look at what it actually entails, black and white. And when I read it, I got nothing but like Hitler Auschwitz type vibes. Like it was crazy. Like, and I got those vibes because the law states if you are diagnosed with a mental problem, they will put you on the right medication, give you housing, give you a counselor to talk about all, you know what I mean, a therapist to talk about your needs, and get you right. I thought that sounded great on the face of it. But then, what if, on the flip side, let's say hypothetically, you're diagnosed as bipolar. You don't feel bipolar though. You're just diagnosed that. So they're telling you take this medication, live over here, avoid the jail time, and you're like, I'm not bipolar though. I'm just homeless. Well, if you don't take, then they have the I think it's called conservatorship. Oh, they have a special rule where they say they can override your opinion of saying that you're not sick and the doctor's opinion, and if you don't do that, they take you to a facility. They don't tell you when you can leave the facility. They don't give you a out date, what we call it when you go to jail. It's you got an end date and an out date. An end date is the day you got inducted. The out date is when you get to leave. They don't give you an out date. They never said about that part. They just talk about the part of how it helps everybody, but they never spoke about the fact of what happens in the extreme cases, which there's a lot of people who are resistant to change, are resistant to getting their stuff together. Maybe they want to do it but can't do it because they're addicted. Like there's a lot of things that come into play. So you're telling me that if somebody has one hiccup in the road, then boom, you just send them to this whatever place this is. So, and what killed me was that Gavin Newsome said our biggest problem is the prison system. So let me get $6 billion to build a different one over here for the niggas who ain't listening, because we can't send them to the regular prison, but we gonna send them to this one. Like that looked like another prison, which goes back to the population problem, which I was talking about previously. We don't know what to do with these people that are here. Like, we invited them, they're here. It's not working out how we thought. Let's figure it out. And they're telling us all this weird shit to our face to make it seem like we're trying to help, but it's looking like we're trying to hinder, hide. As long as we don't have to see the homeless problem on the street, we can pretend that we did a great job with our state. That's what it's looking like to me.
Checkmate. Smoke that one. Yo, I'm a fan of, and I know this gets slippery, but I'm a fan of like
pause.
The best way to feel normal if you have issues is to be around normal people and learn, right? So if you're going to jam all these people with issues together and not let them integrate and have moments of like regular stuff, I don't know how much it's going to help them. I feel like you're just kind of keeping them in this little thing, and I just don't like it. The thing I thought the most was like $6.4 billion. That's coming out of somebody's pocket.
Thank you.
Oh, that's y'all's money. And that's why I was like, this definitely ties to that the NYC thing, because it's like, he's just taking that money. He's like, I found some money. Let's move it over here.
That's why I got scared when you said, when I said, oh shit, we are getting used to it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? It's just bigger. It's just bigger because you have a bigger state. But they're just doing it in that little city because New York City's the only one part doing it, not the state. Where the whole state's getting affected by it. So it's a bigger budget. It's a bigger issue, bigger repercussions for sure. And I'm not a fan of just throwing a bunch of mentally challenged, mental health people in an area and just thinking that's going to be great. Like, sure, they'll build camaraderie. Sure, we had the ghettos in Europe during the World War II. Like, when you're stuck to have to live together, you make it work, right? When you're stuck and you live in Watts and you can't move out and you just have to live in Watts because your granny lived there and your mama lived there, you just make do. You learn. You can't walk down the street. I could go down this street. Pablo over here is cool. Jack over there ain't. Like, but then when you're forced to have to be somewhere that you aren't familiar with all these other people, I just don't think it ever really works out well. And that's the part that, to me, I was like, for people with mental issues, I don't think that's the greatest. I think they need to be around others, unless, of course, there's like psychotic break type people. Then, yeah, you don't want that. They should maybe be in a facility. But I just think making these like big housing neighborhoods or beds or whatever the fuck they're going to make, and having, 11,500 new treatment beds. This ain't FEMA, dog. Like what are we doing? What are we doing?
I was over here looking at some numbers right now, right? So they say that we have 39.24 million people in California, and that was just the general consensus in 2021. They said that we have an upwards of probably about 45 million and up in California right now. They said we have 180,000 homeless people. That's insane. Like that's insane. And Gavin Newsome, his whole standpoint is, I'm termed out. Like, I'm not doing this for re-election. I'm doing this because I care. And every time I keep hearing lately, when a politician cares, my antennas go up. It's like, you know what I'm saying? When was the last time we heard a politician care? Like, you know? So it's 170,000 displaced people in our state. That sounds to me wild. We are number 4 in the country of no, sorry, number 2. I believe it's 4. It's California, New York, Texas, and I can't remember the other. I think it might be Chicago, something like that. Maybe Louisiana. I can't remember. But anyway, we are the 4th when it comes. Like, not. I'm not saying we're. I don't know the actual numbers, meaning who's number 1 in actual numbers of homeless displaced people. I just know that we are in the top 4. Yeah. And for us to have Silicon, but for us to have Silicon Valley, for us to have all these resources, things
Hollywood.
like that, hello, Disneyland, like, you know what I'm saying, things like that, Knott's Berry Farm, like, you know what I'm saying, we got too many things to make sure that this doesn't happen or stay like this. And this is why I always keep feeling like it was designed on purpose. Because I remember, I want to say 2019. Oh, it was 2019. I remember too. I was walking down Pier 39 with my girlfriend at the time, who became my wife. We're walking down Pier 39. All the tents of homeless people. She asked me. She said, "Why are they just right here on the pier type shit, like in Barracuda?" Like, I said, "Oh, you confused?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Watch, check it out." I knocked on a tent right in front of her. Dude just hopped outside with the pipe. "What's up?" I was like, "Yo, hey, I got a question for you, fam." And he was like, "What's up?" Like, and let's be clear as well. A lot of the homeless population, they're really chill people. They just mind their business. Like, they're really cool. They, you know what I mean? They just want to just get high in peace, or just sleep, or they just want to be comfortable like any other human being. But I asked him. I said, "Hey, man, what you doing in the tent?" And this is literally what he said, and I couldn't get mad at him. He said, "They give me $400 a month in food stamps. They give me $500 a month in GA. They want me to live at this place, but it's a drug-free environment, a sober living environment, and I'd rather just sit here, spend $40 on a tent, get me a couple of charging, what are those little power banks? You know what I mean? Get a couple power banks, charge my phone, TV, and shit, sit right here, and people leave me the fuck alone, and I'm saving money, getting high, eating." And when you're homeless, you get access to hot food with food stamps. So you can go to McDonald's, Carl's Jr., all the fast food spots. Like, you don't really have to take care of yourself. There's public rest. They made it this way for a reason. Like, when he told me that shit, I was like, "Shit, nigga, right on." Like, I'm paying $35 a month on my rent. Like, it's like, shit. Maybe I need to
stop. Got a view. He ran the ocean.
Yeah, right. Bro, he had the mini heater. He had a little desk, like, bro. He had a little fit. He had a little clothes rack and a little tent. He had a little fits. I was like, "Bro, you busting." He's like, "Yeah, I gotta take this to dry cleaner next week." Like, I'm like, "Oh, no, you killing me, Smalls." I was like, "You killing me, Smalls." I'm taking this to dry cleaner. But I'm saying though, but let's be real though. We were just talking about our good friend, our mutual friend, whose job it is to do cost analysis before they take over buildings. Now, let's be real. As a human being in society, we all do. As a man in society, I know for a fact that we do cost analysis on every decision we make. Like, so I gotta think they're doing the same shit. That man made a conscious decision. He said, "I'm between the food I'm getting and the money I'm getting. That's $1,000 a month. They want me to pay this SLE $500 a month, and I got to stay sober, and I don't get to be comfortable with who I feel like." I'm not, and I got to give them half my shit. Like, I'm gonna sit out here and be cool. And guess what? There's 40 other motherfuckers down here with me that are on the same shit. Maybe I can combine my money with them, get more drugs. Maybe we can combine it. You know what I mean? Like, it just when you look at the options, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense. But like I said, who gave them the options and why is the bigger question that I have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's not normal.
I mean, that's a nice view and cheap rent for living on the beach, pretty much. So, who would pass that up?
Let's open that new Louisiana po' boy sandwich spot up the street too. I was mad. I'm like, bro, I gotta drive all the way out here. I was like, y'all just wake up, like, look at that po' boy on the government. Right. The Louisiana chicken po' boy. Oh, that's fire. It's fire. They only have two locations, Louisiana and Pier 39. Fire. I recommend it.
Dope.
But what was your thought on that whole shit though? Like because the pushback, the citizens I feel like are starting to wake up and they're like, hold on, we don't want that, and he's talking about we're gonna do it. Like, so anyway, what do you think about that whole thing? I know you don't live in California, but it definitely ties into everything else we're talking about.
For me, when it comes to homelessness in California, I kind of got like a couple perspectives. One,
okay,
that's the place you want to be homeless. Which place has the best weather?
Hello.
Florida, California. Florida got hurricanes. We out of there. I'm going to go to California and be homeless because the weather's nice. The views are nice. People there got money. So, boom. There's a reason people probably go to California to be homeless and just figure it out, right? The other part of it is state is fucking huge. How can you not fill up whatever's outside of Manteca and Lodi and all these small small little towns? Why can't you start filling out with people? Why don't you start filling out with them some people to like help work at Home Depot, work at Rite Aid? Like you have this huge state. You have this huge state, and now you're just like, I just want to put them all in this facility. I'm like, fam, we don't need a big new facility. You need to disperse these fools through this whole huge state because you got land. It ain't like it ain't New York City where you got no land. That's why there's a problem in New York City. There ain't no. You just got to go up, and they can't go no higher, right? But like New York, you got the whole state you could do too. And the same thing with California. It's just so interesting how it's like, I want to put it here and it's all here. And it's like, fam, you have so much land, bro. Why? And I just never understood that because, like I said, man, if I'm going to be homeless, I'm going to go to Cali. I'm not going to freeze to death. I'm not going to overheat and dehydrate and have heat stroke because I'm not in the desert. Like, saying Chicago living there homeless is gonna be rough in the winter, man.
Woo!
Right?
Woo!
Right? If I was like, hey, you could be homeless. If you could be homeless, where would you live? California.
Nah, you remember when they said the migrants in Chicago? They was like, fuck all that. We ain't doing that. These niggas living subpar out here. It was like they living subpar out here.
And so for me, it's just one of those things where it's like, you gotta kind of be able to zoom out and be like, yo, this is the state to come to. We need to make a better system because people come here because of that, right? But all you're doing is taxing your people who live there for everybody else to enjoy the fruits of that state when you could just spread it out throughout the state. I think that's sad, man. I think it's sad. And when I moved to Nevada, that's when I realized, like, we're getting fucked over with this whole land thing because everyone thinks land means you just got to live in a certain spot when you don't. Like, Nevada's 2 times the size of New York. You could fit 2 New Yorks in the state I live in. But they got a problem with people? Like, you got a problem with homeless? You got no room? Like, how the fuck does that work? And then if you're looking at that, I'm looking at California, fam. There's hell.
We're twice the size of Nevada. For sure.
Damn. So that's where I'm just like, it don't make sense, dog. Like, it'd be different if he's like, I got a program and we're gonna build 2 neighborhoods and all these small towns. It'll be done by 2050. Okay. Let's do something long term, big. But to just do this real quick, to me, it feels like it's some government politicking. He's trying to do something. He's trying to show like this is what I could do with this big state with the big economy, and I can maybe do this for the nation. And it's like,
Yeah, because he's gonna
that
try
ain't
to
it.
boost his career.
That ain't
Right
it.
now.
That
It
ain't
ain't it.
it. That ain't it. That
Can I,
ain't
can
it,
I,
man. And
can I? I just want to say something real quick. Like I said, I've already said on the pod a few times. I don't like talking about it. Damn near every pod. It's annoying the shit out of me. Um, I have been in trouble with the law before, so
mm-mm.
like I said, I remember, and not only was I in trouble, my father was in trouble with the law before. So I remember him coming home and complaining about shit like, um, they just built Wasco State Prison. He was around when they just built New Folsom. Like they got old Folsom and they got New Folsom, and they're right next to each other. Like they're building
It's
prisons.
crazy.
Like you know what I'm saying? So like, it's funny to me because we always talk about how history is going to repeat itself every fucking time. So I don't care if you put a new name on it, a new label on it, like it still looks. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, like you know what I'm saying. To me, when you say I'm building a treatment facility, well, in my mind, I heard prison. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you want a prison alternative. So that means when you can't stick all the people that are doing crimes in this place, you got to find some place to put these other people. Like you know, it's just clear as day to me. Like, and the crazy part is, you're gonna make us pay for it. At least when you do the jails, at least you guys have private industry. You guys have all this other shit that's not government ran. Like at least like now you're making us pay for incarceration. Like it's wild. And then I saw the actual news report too when they were trying to hit you with the propaganda and the emotional angle, and then they try to show somebody's mama, and it was like, my son is bipolar and schizophrenic, and that's not a joke. Like that's really traumatic for what she's going through. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But of course,
For
but
sure.
you ever see the way they present shit, and you just be like, "Ooh, that's a heartstring play." Like you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like she's like, "Oh, my son, he served in the military at 20. He was discharged for schizophrenia. He's had schizophrenia for 20 years. He's home." Like, okay, cool. That program might help, bro. Like him for surely. I get that. Like, don't get on TV and show me the 5 people out of 140,000 that might help. Like, I, I could do that all day. I could be like, you know what? If you have a root beer float diet, trust me, you can actually get the biggest muscles in the world. And for some people might have a good metabolism. Like I'll show you 100,000 people, though they all got fat and diabetes and shit. But I'll show you 5 people who got buff and shit because they got a great metabolism. I'm like, no, the program works. Root beer float diet. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh,
Yep.
and then and
Yep,
then
man.
and this is what killed me at the end when the woman was asking Gavin Newsome. She said,
Mm.
"Okay, cool. So what happens if it doesn't work?" And he said, "Oh, well then it don't work. I mean, we tried. At least we tried, though. We tried something, right?" I'm like, "That's the answer. We tried.
We tried for 6 billion.
We're 6 billion. Yeah, we're 6 billion. We tried. Man, hold on. Check it out. I've been trying to get this dope ass mansion and bring my people together. Can y'all give me 3 billion? Like I've been trying. If it don't work out, hey, we tried. Remember Farrakhan tried to bring his people together with less than 6 billion. He tried with what 2 million, 3, 5 million. He was like, look, let me get a little piece of America. Let me. They was like, no, but he was just trying. Like it was like saying, like, can we try too? That's all I'm at. That's all I'm at with it. I want to
The
try too.
Boosie plan.
The
Boosie did it right,
Bruce.
man.
What Boosie do?
Boosie did it right. He bought this block, then he bought this block, and then he bought this
Mm,
block, and he pretty much bought, I want to say almost like half a town. His
mm,
cousin, his auntie.
mm,
If you act right, you get to live in that neighborhood. I got you.
mm,
And that's,
mm.
fam, Boosie, he did what Farrakhan and all them cats tried to do, but he
Mike
did it with
Epps
his
did the
own
same thing.
money.
Yeah, Mike
But he
Epps did
did
the
it with
same
his
thing.
own money. With his
Yeah,
own
Mike Epps.
money. And so
Yeah, that's what.
so for me, that's where it's like
Barry
it's
Man as well.
there's a proven model that it works if you do it
Yeah.
right. That's
Right.
my point. Like you could do this, but you got to do it the right way. And asking
Right.
the government for the money just always comes with strings, and that's where I think Farrakhan kind of messed up. But much respect to him and all that. But yo,
Well, you
I
can't do
just
that
don't
and
like
be
it, man.
public enemy number one at the same time. Like you can't. You can't. Yeah,
Yeah,
Farrakhan can't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's
so
Public
that's a
Enemy
whole
number
different
one.
thing. But
Yeah.
that's a whole different thing. But yeah,
But
it's like,
I want to say that Russell Westbrook actually just unveiled the new low income housing that he's building in Los Angeles, like apartments and shit. Like it's good, like, and he's doing it all on his own. Like, and people don't understand, like, which I never understood how you don't understand this. You are not only when you do things like that, you're not only helping the community, you are actually putting money in your fucking pocket without having the government in your pocket besides paying your taxes. Like you can go do it. We can all do that. Like if you buy 2 blocks, I buy 2 blocks, or like you know what I'm saying. My other man buy 2 blocks. Like you know what I mean. Like we pretty much can own a town and like 20 people. Like you know what I'm saying. It's us. Like it's what Tiffany tried to do, except like she did wrong.
oh man.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna roast Tiffany for the next 2 months. I ain't gonna hold you. Sorry, but yeah, I don't know if you wanted to move on because
Yeah. I'm off that.
yeah.
I don't like the mental health thing getting mixed in with the homeless. That was
Thank you, bro. That and I
filthy
felt like
work.
that was so duplicitous, bro. Like I don't like that, bro, because you're trying to pull out the heartstrings of people that are mentally going through something, and the family members of those people. Like you know what I'm saying? And that's just, bro. And that and
I have
you can see through a smoke screen, but I understand. Yeah,
my brother's got mental issues, man, and you know him,
yeah,
so it's like this just don't. It ain't right. This don't work. This ain't it,
yeah.
man.
It hit different. It hit different. I feel you.
That ain't it.
I feel you. The new Harry Potter cloak. Did you happen to peep that?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you. Hold on. I'm gonna introduce you real
Nah,
quick, but I
nah,
want your no take.
nah. No, I'm gonna let you do your thing, and I'm gonna just shut it down. Because if I talk first, you ain't gonna want to talk.
Well, I'm gonna introduce it, and I do want you to talk. So,
Oh, I'm
we
gonna
got
talk. I'm gonna talk, but I'm gonna
okay,
talk at the end because you will not want to talk after I talk.
okay. Well, all right. So let me just introduce it then. All right, cool.
Let me hear it.
Yeah, for sure. Um, allegedly, has introduced the cloak of invisibility that I guess was on Harry Potter. I didn't watch Harry Potter, like I ain't gonna lie, but they just gave it the Harry Potter reference. I guess he had a cloak of invisibility. They demoed it at a conference or whatever, and they were saying that it can mask between radar detection. It can go over the human body and go over any armored vehicles, things like that. Um, I just put it on topic because the thing that they said was it's a new technology, it's lit, whatever. Unfortunately, we just don't have any defensive measure around it, and I thought that was wild to have that technology if it exists. Like I said, I just feel like everything's damn near a rollout on the internet. But if it was to be true, like it just feels crazy. Like you should always build something with like a way to stop it in case like you don't own it no more, or you know what I mean, in case it's used in the wrong way. I just thought it was crazy. So you're telling me that could be somebody in my house right now? Like I don't know. It just made me think about like all those old movies where dudes be like, yeah, man, if I was invisible, I'd go rob everybody blind. I'd be like, nigga, you be naked and they're gonna see you moving TVs. You look stupid. Like, I don't know. That's where I was at with it. But like I said, allegedly, I don't know if it's true or not because, like I said, it's the internet. Like, it's hard to even know it's true. But anyway, that's all I had on it. I just thought it was crazy. Like, if you come out with that type of technology, you should definitely have some sort of way to combat it. That's all I had with it. I didn't really have a theory at all about it. But wait, what's your take though? I want to hear it.
This shit is stupid. You got fucking clickbaited. Your fucking Barracuda tea over here got fucking clickbaited with some good ass bait.
He said
Um,
Barracuda. Oh, the fish. Damn,
yeah,
I
Barracuda
remember the
tea
fish.
over here,
Yeah.
man. It's at least you're a big fast fish that's ruthless, but you still a fish for this one, man. All right, where do I even fucking begin with this? This shit is first off, this shit is stupid. Because
Okay.
how is it gonna?
That man said how is it? All right, cool. Let's go.
Okay, so it's only clothing, so obviously you got to have some kind of like green suit to kind of be invisible, right?
Like a green screen
And it,
suit.
Yeah, so you got to make a green screen suit out of this to basically be invisible, right? Um, it's interesting how like we ain't gonna pick up nothing on this. Like you can see through it, but I can't see. I can see through you, but I can't see through the wall. I can't see. This shit just makes no fucking sense. And I thought, yo, if this was real, I would swear to God there should be more articles. But you sent me the most bunk video of some dude talking crazy, like the worst fake Chinese sounding person I've ever heard on this video, which didn't help. I think you just got clickbaited, fam. And if you want to talk technology, the SR-72 new stealth plane is coming out soon. And to me, if this is real, or if they're trying to do propaganda, they're trying to just put up some facade to show, hey, we got stealth technology too, because for the last 2 months, we've already been saying, oh, wait till you see the new Blackbird, baby. Wait till you see the new Blackbird, baby. So, without it being revealed yet, but coming down the pipeline, yeah, China could possibly be doing propaganda to posture, but
Stay relevant, yeah.
But that's some bullshit. This is some bullshit. This actually is some bullshit. This suit, this whole shit is some stupid bullshit, and it's fucking comedy that you believe this shit. But yo, man, at a reach, this is me saying they're posturing for the SR-72 new plane. But Doug, you fucking serious?
Hey,
You serious? You know, like sonar goes off of like sounds, so these niggas can hold their breath in that suit. like they get infinite breath without breathing. Because I mean,
this is why I love doing the fucking pod with you, right? Because
this shit is horrible.
You hit them from the angle. I'm saying you hit people with angles that nobody even thinks about, right? Like on some real shit. I can't even make this up. This is gonna make me look bad, and I don't care. I had no idea how the fuck sonar worked whatsoever. Like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga sonar works on sound, nigga. I'm like, oh, really? It's on heat? I'm like, oh, that's radar. That's radar, right?
No, that's thermal. That's not even radar.
Oh shit! See, like, I don't even know that. So you gonna put the suit on, right? But you gonna pass through sonar? Like that's sound, nigga. You ain't breathing. I'm like, oh shit! I never thought of that. That's how sonar works. Like, that's how sonar. Breath and then tippy toe. They still gonna kiss this nigga,
right? Okay, so when you go to those houses, when you go to the house and when you walk by the house and the light comes on because of motion, it ain't gonna see like. I was like, yo, this dude is some wild shit. As soon as I do start talking, there are no availability Cloak is from China. I was like, yo, Doug, why is this nigga talking like this? This is fucking unbelievable, literally.
Bro, I didn't want to be racist. Right? Because I was like, that nigga don't sound Chinese. But I'm like, how much Chinese do I know? Like, I ain't gonna lie. The accent was extremely exaggerated, right? I was like,
extreme, dog.
I was like, maybe
accents of the Kurt Russell movies, dog.
Kurt Russell.
Jesus, man.
That nigga brought that old school Kurt Russell. Hey, I'm so funny. No, it's so funny that you said that. Oh man, and they said Kurt Russell. Shit, I ain't seen Kurt Russell in a minute. He alive, right?
Oh yeah, Big Trouble Little China. Okay. I've heard better accents than that, man. This is horrible.
Hey, who was in? Oh, that was Patrick Swayze. That was a nigga in Roadhouse, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nah, okay, cool. Damn, shout out Patrick Swayze. Man, shout out Patrick Swayze. Shout out Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's my nigga.
Shout out Big Kurt, man. Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's my man's. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Any 90s actors, I ain't gonna lie. Man, I didn't realize y'all was gonna turn out to be my mans. Like Kristen Slater's and all y'all. Like I didn't know, like when y'all was doing like Gleaming the Cube, I had no idea that was gonna turn out to be a classic in my head. But yeah, let's get back on topic. Yeah, they got me.
They got you.
I was trying not to be racist. And this is how they got me too. This is literally how they got me. I saw the shit 3 months ago and was like, that's weird. Whatever. Like, let it go. And then I'm looking for topics today, and that shit came back up when I'm just scrolling through my timeline. It came back a different video. And I was like, Oh, this shit called real? I click on this shit, and the man was talking how he was talking, and I was like, is it racist if a black man tells a Chinese person you ain't speaking Chinese? Like, I was trying to figure that out. I was trying to figure
See, you already went too far. As soon as I hear it, I'm just like, I can't even communicate with you, dog. I can't even.
As soon as he
I
said,
don't
ha
even
ha
tell you what.
ha, I was like, bro, I don't think that's even Chinese. I don't know if I could say that though. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
can
it's
you
bad.
can you walk up to a Chinese person and be like, bro, you ain't even speaking Chinese, bro? Is that racist?
If you know Chinese,
What if you don't know Chinese, but you just have a feeling?
I wouldn't do it, but you could do it.
I'm doing it because I want to do it. I heard, bro. I'm looking at my wife like, this ain't Chinese, and she was like, "How do you know?" And I was like, "Touche."
I'm like, you ever met our friend Evil? You ever met our friend
Oh
Evil?
shit! I should have called Evil. Hey,
Yeah, she'd be like, is this legit? Is this voice?
oh,
Is
I
this
should have
accent
called
legit?
Evil. I know
Yeah,
Evil
man.
got Discord. I know Evil got Discord.
No, he don't.
Mm.
But he got a phone. But
I was trying.
just
I was
that
trying to find a
shit was
reason for
not
me to get
real.
on Discord. So anyway, so it's not real. I got clickbaited. Damn, we might have to change the episode to clickbait. I have to change the name of the
Barracuda
episode.
T could be the name,
Barrac-
could?
Barracuda tea, because I'm swallowing. Pause.
No, because you a fish. You got fished.
Damn. We might
You
have to
got
call this
fished pretty
Barracuda
bad.
tea. We might have to
You
call
got
this
fished,
Barracuda
man.
tea.
At least I didn't call
Um,
you guppy. I got you a good fish, man.
Thank
It's a
you. You
good
got me a
fish.
good fish. Pause.
Respect.
Should have got me some good fish. That nigga
Respect.
crazy. Okay, so I wanted to move on back to
Please.
our bread and butter. She back in the news.
The
I
fall from
actually
grace
like
was
this.
bad.
Yeah, it's very telling. So anyway, let me just get right to it, man. Tiffany Henyard is back in the news again. Super Mayor, Super Tiff, Tiffany Henyard Cares Cancer Program. Yeah, her. She back. Um, the thing is, she was clapping back on the interview last time with Roland. I see Roland Martin. All right, but
Hmm.
now I want to say, was it Nate the lawyer, or was it Roland Martin that
Yeah.
it was Nate the lawyer? Okay, so that's lit. I like how these two other people are hitting her from different angles. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of cool. But yeah, so let's shout out Nick the lawyer, man, because I didn't know you graduated Howard University, and you just doing your thing. I love your pod, man. Just shout out you, bro. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so not only are you on some, not only are you not on some clickbait ish, and you're not just jumping on Google and just reading shit and then reporting. You went and got the trustee that endorsed her for mayor. Like, you know what I'm saying? The one that she's been battling back and forth with to go ahead and finally speak his piece. And I thought that was lit. Um, he was very informative. I felt like there should have been one question to be asked that was not asked. And the question was, why did you endorse her for mayor and a township? You know what, you know what I mean? I would have asked that question
Yeah.
because he's her biggest, one of her biggest opposing side on the opposing side. Like, he's the one
Now
going to yeah. But you endorsed her. You were on the
he was
pictures
an
next door,
advocate.
everything. Yeah, definitely. They took a lot of pictures together. He was the one that said, "I am nominating Trustee Hinyard for mayor." He nominated her. So
Mhm.
it's like, it's crazy how, like, okay, he realized what's going on, and now they're clapping back. He's trying to get the town right. The one vibe I did get was he cares about his town. Like,
Mhm.
he really cares about his town. Like, he really wants to make sure he wants to right his wrong because, like I said, he did endorse her. And then she came in there and started bullying shit. And even he's kind of mystified on the level it went to, the extreme it went to. Like, you know, um, like I said, it's hard to get upset with any individual when you see they have an altruistic intention. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I love my city, I love my city, I love my town. Our town ain't even that big. I've been here my whole life. I thought this was going on. It turned out to be something wrong, and now the ship has left the dock, and now he's trying to figure out how to rein it back in, and that's got to be. And the reason I brought it up is because I wanted to hit on the different angle, not the easiest low hanging fruit angle of she's doing it again. Like,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Because let's be real. Okay, let's go over the synopsis real quick. She lied about everything on the stand. Lied to him. Lied again on the interview. Lied again. Okay, cool. Now he's just over. Okay, now you're caught up. She lied. All right, cool. All right, now everybody's caught up. I was like, shit. She had the interview. She had everything. She lied. Okay, now he was there to basically speak his piece about what the lies were, the numerous amounts of lies, even how we had to take some L's. Like, because he said he wanted to take her to court. They could have took her to court 25, 26 different times for just the allegations and things like that. They chose to only take her to court 5 times. Um, Once again, she lied and said she won all 25 times, but she never even went to court 25 times. But like I said, I didn't want to even go through the interview process because, like I said, we've been hitting on Tiffany for a long time, damn near since we started this pod, and it was all smiles and jokes in the beginning because it was funny. But now, like when you hear, yeah, I wish I knew that man's name too. Who was the trustee? I wish I got that man's name.
Homeboy, I forgot his name too. Trustee. What's it?
Trustee for Dolton. We'll get my man too, because I want to put some light on you. Dolton Board of Trustees. Damn, my man. Was that Jason? No, that wasn't Jason. Who was that? Are you gonna look it up for me real quick?
I'll look it up, man.
All right. Matter of fact, I'll look it up. Hold on.
I got you.
Hold on. Nate the lawyer. Bam. I just want to make sure I got it. Nate the lawyer interview. Oh, Nate.
If anything, man, I'll just speak while you do that.
All right, cool. Anyway, short story shorter. There he is right there too. Bam. Who is he? Jason. Yeah, it's Jason. All right, bet. Found him. Bam. And I got the picture too. Bet. Bull. Here we go. Bam. Let's put me on. Let's get my man's right. Hold on. Boop. Bam. Here we go. Are we in the building? There we are. All right, cool. So that was the trustee. His name is Jason House. He endorsed Tiffany. That was actually the endorsement picture during the campaign. Like I said, he is trying to put the Pandora back in the box, and that's what it feels like for me. And that's what I wanted to highlight more than anything. It didn't seem like he's not running for mayor. He's not trying to publicly talk crazy. What he's doing is holding the meetings, doing the due diligence, doing the work, and he's trying to bring her. You know what I mean? I don't even know what they're going to do next election. Like, he hasn't announced any aspirations for running. But like I said, the biggest thing that got me was the fact that the whole time I'm listening to the interview, you could tell this is just an individual who really cares about his town, who really just wants to bring it back to the surplus it was. Remember, there was 5 million up surplus in their city, in their town. The next town they was up like what I want to say 6 or something like that, 4 or something like that. And then she came to office, and now they're negative. But then Tiffany's over there lying, talking about, I brought us back. Oh, we ain't in debt no more. I brought us back. But even if that was true, that would have been because of the taxes she put on the people that live there, if that is even true, or the money she borrowed against the other town to pay this. Like man, like, it looking like Tiffany can't even balance a checkbook. I've known females that get 3 credit cards and maxed out 2 and use 1 credit card and take cash advances to pay back the other cards and take cash. Like, you look crazy. Like, that's exactly the vibe I'm getting. Like, exactly the vibe I'm getting. So the only thing I wanted to bring up, like I said though, is the fact that I think it has spiraled way more out of control. She tried to throw him under the bus by saying the FBI is looking into him, and I feel like the FBI is really probably just talking to him to get to the bottom of some shit. But yeah, I feel like this situation with Tiffany has ran its course. But like I said, the thing I wanted to talk about was him himself. Like, I feel like maybe he would be a good person to probably run in the next, run in the next election, and maybe get himself, on the ballot. Because, like I said, through the interviews, you can tell he actually cares about about the city. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like he might feel personally responsible because you nominated her, you support her through the
Mhm.
whole campaign, and as soon as she gets there, she started doing crazy, and and she didn't even include you in all the illegal shit she was doing. She was like, "No, I know he too with the program." Like, no, like So I feel like personally, he's feeling like kind of responsible, and he just wants to, like I said, put the genie back in the bottle. But any take on that? Any take from what you saw from the interview?
um, it just sounds like he's trying to give his side of the story, which he has every right, and he should, for as much as she's out there. I'm not mad
Hello,
at him doing that.
hello.
I guess I'll just go over a couple of things you mentioned. One, he did nominate her, and for all purposes, it sounds like he had good intentions. And I think if he was going to nominate her and not himself, I think he already see the selflessness there. Like he don't. If he wanted the
Ooh,
job, he would have got it, right? He would have.
cooking,
He would have been like. He would have been like me first.
cooking.
So obviously, he don't want that role for
Mm-hmm.
whatever reason, and I don't need to know why he don't want to be the mayor because it might be more
Yeah,
kissing babies than he want. He might not want to do all that. So he got that right, and he got that. It's cool. I ain't tripping. I don't want him
yeah.
to be the mayor if he don't want to be the mayor. We've
Right?
seen what happens when people are stuck in a position that they don't want to be in. Now,
Hello.
another thing I thought was mad interesting was the whole FBI thing because it's like, yeah,
Mm.
they are going to talk to him because he's the one who brought you on. He's the one who put you on. He's the one who put you front and center. So why wouldn't they ask him questions?
Mm-hmm.
It might not even be about what you're doing now. They might have been like, yo, what was she like in high school? Did she like stifle the high school election? Who knows? They could be asking like all kinds of dumb shit about shit she don't even think, right? And so
Big facts.
he it's not illegal for him to talk to the FBI. He's not a street guy. He's fucking trustee for a town, so he ain't on some no
Hello.
snitching.
Right?
So that out the door too. So I think this is just one of those cases where they say, what do they say? Money or success only brightens who you really are or whatever, right? That
Oh
whole
yeah, yeah.
shit, like
It
that the whole
exacerbates it. Yeah,
thing.
yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So for me, this is probably one of those examples where she was probably cool and chill, maybe a little hood, but she held it down as a trustee. And that's probably why he was like, yo, she might be dope because she's a powerful black woman. Let's put her up.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she got that power and saw the
Turned
money and
into
saw
Nino
the
Brown.
access,
Turned into Nino Brown.
she probably was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm not gonna be like that no more. So I'm gonna be me times 100 now, and this is what we got. But um, I feel bad for that town. I
Me
feel bad
too.
for those people, and obviously those meetings weren't illegal, especially when she locks you out the building. They got to meet somewhere. So I don't know, man. It's just I really liked her bravado. I liked how she was just
Oh
herself.
yeah.
And in the beginning, that's what I was just more drawn to. Like, yo, she's just
Yup.
a South Side hood chick who's in a position of
Yup.
power and was trying to do her
Yup.
thing. So I just was like, cool, cool, cool. But
Yup.
now, when she's just coming up here, pretty much being a diet Trump, like she
Diet Trump. Diet Trump.
far levels below than him in terms of this kind
Trump
of game.
zero. Trump
Because
zero.
this kind of game is
Yeah.
it seems easy, and people like
It's not.
Trump and Newsome, they make it look easy, but it ain't easy. And
They got teams. They got teams behind them.
and that's the thing. I think she just bit off more than she could chew. I don't really know how much more I could talk about this until we start seeing some like action, some legal actions and
Litigation.
stuff.
Yeah, some litigation. For
Because
real.
right now we're just gonna spin around the toilet bowl until we hit the bottom, and that's
Right.
gonna be whenever we finally get to court and all that. But
Right.
if I was Jason,
Mm-hmm.
I sure as hell don't want to be mayor and clean up this mess. So whoever the next mayor is got they shit figured out, and they gotta figure out what's
You
going
got to figure out
on.
the salary. You got to figure out your new salary and try to change that. You got to try to figure out where the money really at. You got to gain the trust back of the people. You got to do a lot of shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie though, because I was doing some research about Dalton. Like, just
Mm,
not really like their history too much. Really more about the surrounding area, what it looks like. Like, um, this it's a fucking beautiful town. bro. Like it's small. Everybody knows it's very close knit. Like I said, they have big, beautiful schools. Everybody's in a big home. You don't really see a lot of people apartment living like that. Like it's a very, I want to say, what's the word, pretentious middle class society. Like you don't really see a lot of poor shit going on over there. Like so it's weird how like it could just spiral at like it's crazy because like I said, it's a very pretentious black town. Like if you went to college, you kind of live there. Like it ain't California where they don't even have probably 100 homeless people. They don't even have 40.
Mm.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just when you look at it, like we were just talking about how we should get a town together and if we could work it out. Like they damn near have the whole town themselves. Like black excellence. Like you know what I mean? And you invite, I'm not gonna call her out of her name. You invite Tiffany to go ahead and lead y'all to the next chapter, and I think it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild, and I agree with you. Jason shouldn't want to be mayor. Jason was giving me the vibes of um, elder statesman type dude, type vibe, you know, where he's like, I don't care about the spotlight. I don't care about my name being on hellish shit. As long as the town is cool and I could be influential or, oh, sorry, implement some sort of change and be a part of that. That seems like that's his lane. And honestly, when you go into public service or public works or whatever, that is generally the general consensus of everybody doing it because you're not going to get the recognition. You're not, man. It's once every 200 years you're gonna get a Trump. Like you know, like
Mm.
once every 150 you'll get a Barack. Like you know what I mean, the first black man or the first man who's orange. Like you know, type shit. Like you know what I'm saying. So I
And
think
I'm
they
not
would.
mad at. I'm not real quick. I'm not mad at
Yeah,
those because they play the game. They play
yeah.
the game.
Oh yeah, I'm
She
not mad
ain't
at
playing
all.
the
Yeah,
game. She
yeah.
ain't playing the game. She's like, "What's the
And this is
buttons?"
why we, yeah, this is why we liked her because we thought she was playing the game. This is why it was lit. I'm like, if you're playing the game at this caliber for being who you are, where you from, we was like, oh, go ahead. But see, she was missing a few things. You're missing a Kerry Washington. You know what I'm saying? You know that chick from Scandal? You need one of them.
I
Oh, you
watch
never seen
him.
Scandal? Oh, missed out. I'll believe you on TV's topics later. But yeah, Kerry Washington, she was the best in the business. She was the social public training handler of the
Mm.
president and other high clients. She could spin any narrative that came up against you. Nick Mill needed Kerry Washington, by the way. Diddy needed Kerry Washington. But yeah, but I'm saying like need to carry Washington. But I'm saying though, but that's him in the role though. He wants to just make the town like be in probably how it was when he lit like he grew up, you know. So like I said,
Mm.
it just looks sad. Like,
Mm.
and the crazy part is right. This is how I can tell he's really a man about public works and not for the cloud or any recognition. This man is wearing the same suit on the interview with Nate the lawyer that he's wearing right now when he endorsed her for fucking township, like when he endorsed her for mayor. Like he ain't got no big budgets. Like he ain't trying to be flashy. Like I ain't seen Tiffany wear the same outfit once, like twice. I'm sorry, I ain't seen wear the same outfit twice. Like you feel me?
Right.
I ain't seen that Nino brown beret since. Like you know what I'm saying, or the gold chain. Like
One for the one time.
yeah, she got the throwaway. She got the throwaway fits. Like she doing good out there. But that's pretty much all I had on it. I feel like I just want to tell our audience. Me personally, unless Richter finds something, I won't be bringing this up until the FBI closes in, and then we're talking about the arrest, maybe, or the litigation, or the legal ramifications of what she's done. Because, like I said, like you're right, it's just pretty much this now. This person saying his side now. She's gonna keep lying. It's pretty much we're spinning around the same toilet bowl, man. Like at first it was lit because what? Nino Brown? What? The billboards? What? It was
The
always some
DJ.
new. What? Oh yeah, what the DJ? The Cancer Foundation? Like, hold on, the dude she hired? Like, you're like, oh okay, the pay increase? Like, okay, it was always some new shit every week. Now it's just like they just like, man, can we get this bitch out of here? Like, we're trying to figure it out. Like, and which another thing I wanted to say before we move on is this is how I know she doesn't really have any street training. Like you got arrested for breaking into cars. Like that was your mugshot. And I thought that was the funniest thing that Jason did say in the interview. He said, "How am I trying to lie? I'm the only one on the committee with a mugshot." Like I thought that was hilarious. That was one of the dopest strays I heard in a minute because she wasn't even in
That's
the
high
building.
level.
That's high level strat for sure. But I thought that was lit. But like I was gonna say, like there's nothing else really going on like right now. Like I said, the only reason I'm waiting is because like I said, Tiffany didn't know what was going on when it comes to the FBI. She's like, oh, they're probably on to him. They took his computer, they did this, and I'm like, and she's telling everybody in the world like the AG ain't doing nothing. They just said stop taking orders. Like you don't understand when it comes to the federal government, not the state. And any person who has ever sold a drug before, who's ever committed a 187, whatever crime that falls under that statute, knows if the FBI is involved, they do not come until they have crossed every T and dotted every I, where you can't get out of anything, where you have no choice but to take a deal. We have talked about this on our podcast, I think episode 3, about YSL and all that other shit. And that's why I'm not going to talk about this anymore about Tiffany, because it could be 5 years from now. She could run for mayor again. I think it's this year. It's coming up this year.
Mm-hmm.
She could lose. Somebody else gets mayor. Boom. You think the problem's over? No. 2028. The feds might just pick her ass up coming out of Whole Foods. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then that's when we'll be there as block giants to say, told you, 2028. But other than that, I'm done with it. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I thought she, like I said, I felt like she tricked me. She tricked us. I thought she was on some Trump shit. I thought she was on some, you know what I mean, some Newsome. Like, I thought it was like, so what? I did that. Y'all gonna vote? I thought it was gonna be awesome. I got to, because Trump, at least he has 1,000,001 people to fall on that sword. Like, oh, you did this? No, I did it. Like, like and then you know what I mean? Trump is still going.
Yeah, man. He playing chess.
She ain't got none of that.
Trump gets a check. He like, oh, I'm gonna just castle my rook. Now my rook's in the way.
Yeah. Trump, high level.
Trump playing chess.
High level with it.
Playing chess,
High level.
I guess.
Yeah.
Before we get off this, the last thing I'm gonna just say is, blessings and prayers and all that to the people of Dolton. I just hope y'all get out of this, and it ain't gonna be easy, and we rooting for y'all as just our peoples. So I just want to throw that out, and we'll check in with y'all later. Hopefully y'all can bounce back.
Richter pretty much said everything I feel as well, and that's it. Yes, let's. I don't know. Are you?
What we got next, Barracuda? Okay. I promise. I won't say it after this pod. I'm just getting you on this pod, though.
Nah. My man Pancake over here talking crazy. Hold on. I'm finna get on.
What we got, Barracuda?
Hold on, Pancake.
What we got, Barracuda?
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know if you ready, though. Because what I got next is our TV topics.
Let's go, Barracuda.
Okay. I noticed that you conveniently didn't have anything on there. Are we still waiting on the Reacher?
I thought we went through this last episode.
We did.
Reacher's gonna be. I'm gonna watch Reacher. I'm gonna watch Reacher in the fall, fam. Whenever my wife finally comes around and watches this, fam, it's gonna be like October. It'll be like season 3 is gonna be out by the time I watch Reacher. So don't even hold your breath on that, man.
Bro,
there's a reason. There's a reason I watch certain things, and I can be on it, and I can be honest when I know it's gonna be a minute. So.
No, we talked about it already last pod. It was the pod before. It was just funny. I had to bring it up first. I'm like, oh, you ain't seen the Reacher yet?
October.
He on some Drake shit. October's own, huh?
No, I'm on my Dr. Dre shit. Detox.
Okay.
Someday.
Yo! You know the funniest part, right? This is why I love this show. This is the main reason why we even have a TV topics this week. Because I went through the same thing.
See this?
Yeah, you heard it? You know what it is?
Right there. Reacher right here. This Reacher right there. motherfucking reacher right there, dog.
I'm reaching for I'm reaching for the remote. That's what you should be reaching for. Don't reach for the remote.
That's reacher right there.
All right, so cool. So check it out, right?
What
I guess it's just me then. Okay, cool then.
I got a movie, but
maybe I saw it. What movie was it? Go first with the movie.
Dune 2.
Oh, it is there. Okay, it's there. Okay. Matter of fact, why don't you go ahead and put me on first because I didn't see Dune 1, and I ain't gonna lie, I watched the trailers of Dune 2, and Dune 2 looked ill. Like, so I don't even care. Hit me with some spoilers if you want to.
Ain't much to spoil, man. It's Dune. And if you don't know about Dune, Dune is about a planet that has a lot of resources. It sounds familiar, right? And everybody wants to fight over it because they want the resources. Sounds familiar, right? And people don't want to get along because they want the power and the money and the resources. So how it all unfolds is pretty much what Dune is about. A lot of people don't like Dune 1, I guess, because they think it's slow, but it's actually really deep.
The foundation.
And it's setting up Dune 2. But the reason I think you should watch Dune, and I'll just say this, it's somewhat of a spoiler, but not really, because it's blatantly obvious. I don't know if you're religious. I don't know if you're spiritual, but...
Me or the audience?
Anybody and everybody.
Okay.
But my point is, if you believe your whole life's already written and you have no control, you should watch Dune. Because basically the main character has visions, right? And it's like, do I just do what the visions say or do I do what I feel in my heart? And that's, to me, the core of Dune and what people tend to miss in the first one. And they start to see it in the second, but the second is just more action, which is why probably the trailers look amazing, but it's the same thing as Dune 1. It's just a couple more fight scenes, really, but it's him fighting what I see, what I feel. So you could say God has it for me to go to jail, but you could also be like, yo, fuck that. I'm gonna do this and not. I'm gonna do this and not go to jail, right? So to me, that's the biggest thing about Dune. And if you really sit there and take it in, you're gonna understand, like, is it written? Is it not written? And that's all I'm gonna really say. Watch Dune 2 is pretty dope. Dune from the 80s, the original was horrible. Don't watch it.
Oh God, I watched the first one.
Don't watch
and
it.
I was like,
don't watch that. But if you into sci-fi, the director Denis, he is amazing. If you've seen Blade Runner 2049,
I did.
And you like, if you like that, then you're gonna like Dune. That's the same director, my G.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm locked in.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm that Blade Runner.
It's a long movie though, so I can't front on that. It's a long movie. My butt was hurting by the end, but it was great. It was great, and I think it just reinforces us to know you still can have control of your own destiny, and you can still steer your own path, no matter what visions or what you think is written for you.
Do you though? Because I had to ask you a question. I got two questions.
Yeah.
And I guess it could be counted as movie related. But the first question is, was he having the visions in the first Dune as well?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay, cool. And then question number 2 was, did he ever have a vision and then make a separate decision, but the outcome was still the same?
Yes. I'd say he's had the vision and it's happened. He's had the vision and it hasn't happened. And this is why I think it's dope, because if you're just gonna say, oh, he had these visions and he did it, then why are we watching the movie? Right? But for him to have these choices, and when they happen and he makes the choice, even if he had the vision and it's like, oh shit, actually he has to choose, and watching him make a choice and live with it is amazing.
I love where you're going with it. I think it's something I want to watch because I've actually struggled with that type of inner turmoil as well about, religion, if things are preordained or predestined type shit. And I'm still on the fence with it because, so check it out, right? Because here's always maybe the Achilles of the whole thing, right? You can have the vision, and then let's say you choose to do it and it works out, and let's say you choose not to do it and it still works out, that technically means that vision still helped. Like, you know what I'm saying? It means like maybe you were supposed to get that vision and make the choice not to listen to the vision, and that still puts you under the umbrella of it was preordained. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, that's I kind of got to see this now. I got to see this now. I got to see the. I'm even gonna go back to the first one too. I ain't gonna jump in that too.
Yeah.
Go to the first one. That sounds lit.
Watch the first one. Watch the first one, and I'll just say this: it's not based on one decision. It's a tree. So he makes a decision, and then now that opens up different options. Now that opens up different visions, where it's like, oh, if he chose this, he'd have a different vision. So everything keeps moving and changing to where it's not like, oh, if he just made this choice earlier, things would have been completely different. Like, no. He'll tell you too. He's like, I had a dream about this and I had a dream about this. They all were the same. And then like 5 days later, he's like, I had another dream. And now I see there's one option, like Avengers, right? When Doctor Strange was like, I went through every fucking scenario.
All 4 billion and 4 billion.
Same kind of shit. Same kind of shit.
I wish you,
and it's about power. It's
man,
about power.
I wish, man. See, this is why another reason why I wish you would watch this fucking Halo show.
It's on the menu. I don't have access to Paramount Plus. That's all. But I'll get it. I'm on it.
Come on, man. It's Block Giants, man. We got passwords around here, man.
Hey, don't be doing that. Don't. Allegedly.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh shit, I forgot. We on the internet. I forgot we on the internet. Never mind. I can't clean it up. All right, cool.
That's CBS, and CBS is cash be sparse. So I ain't trying to.
I got that Omni and a Hellcat Fire Stick, nigga. I'm just kidding.
CBS runs that show, and that's cash be sparse. So I'm gonna just chill. I know they.
Yeah, I don't want no smoke. Yeah, I don't want no smoke. Yeah. I didn't know they owned it. Damn. I'm gonna keep paying my. I got the bundle package with the what's called with the Amazon Prime shit. They gave me Paramount and Showtime. It was kind of.
All right, there you go. Call CBS. Call CBS.
Yeah, but I'm finna But like I said,
so what you got on the TV?
Oh, what I got? Ooh, because I was going through my reacher phase. You know what I mean? So I actually going through my reacher phase started hitting. I went through a movie. I started hitting on the movies. I don't know if you've ever read the book Spaceman, The Spaceman of Bohemia.
No.
Okay, I read that book when I was younger. It turns out there's a movie called Spaceman, which is an adaptation of the book with the main character as Adam Sandler. I watched that. It's called just Spaceman, but the book is called Spaceman of Bohemia. Usually, I love to watch movies that were adapted from the book because it's usually sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it'd be better than the book, and I'd be waiting for those moments. But 9 times out of 10, it won't be as good as the book. Like Ergo, Stephen King, Dark Tower movie, like Ergo, any Spider-Man. Like, yeah, we've been there. But anyway, this was so weird for me, right? Because Adam Sandler has been picking and choosing now. He's at that point in his career where he doesn't have to do anything he don't want to do. So when I see Adam Sandler do a movie now, it's more of a love project, more of a heartfelt project he wants to do because he feels the project. So I was more intrigued to watch the movie just on that premise alone. So I watched the movie. I watched the movie. I was pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
It hit 9 out of 10 things on the book. Pretty much how my mind was thinking about things. It kind of did the same thing in the movie. Great movie. It's crazy too because, man, I don't want to give too many spoiler alerts, but short story shorter is on Earth, I want to say the year is probably maybe 2050 type shit. Like, I mean, not that far. There's a random celestial event happening in the sky. So people just look up in the sky and find out the sky is just purple, like in a crazy arc. Like, so there's a new cloud that we don't know about. It's purple, it's big as hell. If we can see it as big as we see it, it's big as hell. So they elect to send somebody, one person on a one-man trip to go collect some of the dust, collect something, figure out what the fuck it is. So they send the man over there. I'm not gonna give you too many. I'm not gonna give you too many spoilers. Short story shorter, it turns out to be a love story between him and his wife, which I thought was lit because it shows you that you can travel a million miles. You can travel 30 years in the future, but at the end of the day, like you as a human being, you understand when things are really low, when the chips are down, when you're facing death, when you're facing mortality. Um, the clearer image of what's important for your life is definitely realized, and that was I felt like it was more of a story about self discovery more than actually the fucking cloud. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to give any spoiler alerts. I give it a 7 out of 10 just because it matched up with the book. If you never read the book, I would say you most people probably give it like a 5. Like, it was slow, very slow. But like I said, if you read the book, like you're waiting for certain things. Like, you know, I thought, like I said, would I watch it again? Because I told my wife, I'm like, oh, this is a love story. You would like that. And then she was like, oh, you want to watch it? I was like, fuck no. Like, I was like, nah, like, not twice. Like, not twice. I can't. So, um, but yeah, that would also, I guess I was on some space shit. So that led me to my second movie, Voyagers. It got my man's in there. It got my man's Colin Farrell.
Mm.
That's my man's ever since Phone Booth. What's it called? Total Recall, the remake he did. What was that movie? The Al Pacino he did. The Recruit. Oh yeah, that's been my man's, bro. Since The Recruit with Al Pacino, that's been my man's. Um, this story is about. Oh, guess what? Planet running out of resources. Okay, and then I think the year is 2000, maybe 200, maybe some, still not that far, maybe 2100, like still not that far. Ran out of all the resources. Guess what? Found the planet. We got to get there. Look, it got all the markings of Earth type qualities. Cool. Only problem is it's gonna take us 86 years to get there. So what we have to do is figure out how to keep the human race alive and send us over there. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
they are faced with a dilemma. The dilemma is ain't nobody who's been born and raised and on Earth is gonna sign up for this. So they're like, fuck it. We'll just start cloning these niggas. All right, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they clone like 50 kids and just raise them in a facility the whole time until maybe they're 16 and it's time to go blast off into space. And they say that don't worry about it. We gave you all the program and everything you guys gotta know and do to maintain the ship. But your grandkids will be alive to see the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So Colin Farrell decides to go along with him because he's invested now. He's heavily invested. Um, he dies. Random shit. He randomly dies. I'm not gonna give you too much spoilers, but short story shorter, it was a great movie to see because it gives you an insight, actually an in-depth insight to human nature. Because one thing I'll count, one spoiler, and then we'll move on. One thing they did was they gave them some sort of blue concoction where they had to drink it, um, and nobody knew what it was. So it turns out the blue concoction was to inhibit um, a lot of their emotions like desire,
Mm.
anger, yeah, anything sexual, like, you know what I'm saying? They even told them that when it came time to reproduce, they have to go put their sperm over here and then they got to make the babies over there. They're not fucking, they're not having sex, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I thought that was crazy because the people, the governments of our world know about human nature. They was like, there is no way this ship is going to make it to another planet with humans on it. if they're acting like humans. Like that's a crazy thing to even wrap your mind around, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna give you too much more about it, but like I said, two of the passengers stopped taking it because they felt like something was wrong. Stopped taking it, um, and then they start feeling real emotions, and then chaos ensues. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Um, I want to say I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, just for the insight into human nature, because
Mm-hmm.
not everybody who stopped taking, like, because they all eventually all stopped taking it. Like, not everybody wanted to be the powerful owner of the ship, or you know what I mean. Like it's just crazy when you look at human nature. Not everybody's like trying to be the most violent. Not everybody wants all the clout. Not everybody's trying to be. Some people just want to fucking be a normal human being, get married, have families, settle down. Just you know what I mean. Like it's crazy when you look at the whole ramifications on human society in general. You know. So I
Mm-hmm.
like that shit. But let's see. On the oh yeah, so um, I have to jump into this Tisa Risa. She got me, gang. She got me, gang. I want to do a little reaction. If you guys aren't familiar with this, this is Tisa Risa, the most viral video on TikTok in present date. Shout out to you, by the way. I haven't finished it yet, but shout out to you, by the way. Um, I heard that you made only $5,000 from TikTok after a 50-part crazy viral shit. TikTok only gave you $5,000. That's just great. But your endorsement deals now. I think she just signed a Netflix deal too. Like now she's interviewing people. Like so, at least you're getting your bag now. You're on Good Morning America, all that shit. Um, I want to say I watched part one when I discovered it because I love some tea. Or you know what I'm saying? I love to just get involved in some mess that ain't mine. Like you know what I'm saying? I watched the first one and I was like, I'm confused. All right, cool. Then I watched part two. I'm confused, and this is what had me fucked up because she's she is a great storyteller. It's not like you're hearing her talk about and this bullshit ass nigga. This is what he did. Like no, she's actually telling the story. She's self-deprecating. She's funny. She's funny. She's like you know what I mean. She reminds you of like your little sister or maybe like you know your auntie that just can't keep a man. One of those type of female. You know what I mean? Like, and it just
Mm-hmm.
made everything just so plausible. And it's crazy. I got to the first 10 parts right, and I was still on this nigga side because everything she was talking about, I'm like, bro, it was cool. Like she was like, yeah, we had to meet him at Cheesecake Factory. Oh, shout out to her too. She was like, he brought up Cheesecake Factory on our first date, and I was like, hell yeah, I love me some Cheesecake Factory. I was like, shout out to her because remember Cheesecake Factory took a crazy hit, like you know what I'm saying, like last year. Like she's like, I love Cheesecake Factory. Like she like the car my on the way to meet him halfway, my car blew out a tire. He met me. I called him. He met me. Changed my tire. Took me to a tire spot. Bought me a tire. Took me to a Cheesecake Factory. Paid for dinner. We talked in my car till 12 midnight. I'm like, bro, this nigga sound cool as hell. Like hold on. The first 10 episodes, first 10. Like I was like, bro, how is this man fucked up? Like she just knows how to draw you in and keep you watching. That's why, um, if you're a fan of getting to the T, like, like you know what I'm saying, then this is one of those things I would watch. I ain't gonna hold you. I was confused until part 25. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like 25, bro. There's like 50 something parts. Like, and I think I'm only on part 48. I couldn't finish it, but I'm at the part right now where I had to just roll something up. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm like, all right, cool, because now we're getting the explanation. I'm gonna blitz through the whole last part. You know what I'm saying? Because now we're gonna finally get some answers to every question we had. But it was lit. Like I said, I want to say I don't know if your real name is T. Sarisa, but shout out to you for presenting a story with such eloquence, grace, and just humbleness. Because honestly, you weren't braggadocio at all. Anything you said, it was a great story. Um, and the reason I was actually gonna quit watching the whole shit until I jumped on YouTube. I think on part 30, and then the dude she talking about dropped his version of what really happened. So I'm like, damn. Now I gotta watch this whole fucking shit to see where the fuck he picking at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got me. They got me. Sometimes I get my messy bag. Like, I didn't feel like watching Tubi this week, so I got my messy bag and then watched that.
There you go.
But and then on my last little situation was because I'm watching it with the missus, and we got derailed. Like, you know what I'm saying, on episode 35. So when she was like, "Hey, I'll be right back." Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. So then I jumped on YouTube and the shorts came up. And I saw a short for Vince Staples' show.
Mm-hmm.
It it was the funniest short I have seen all year, and it's only March, but still, it was crazy. Only because I have been in a similar situation. That was the right clip for me to see because I had been in a situation like that before. It shows him, Vince Staples, at a bank with his briefcase, trying to, you know what I mean, deposit some money, and the bank is being robbed. Everybody's on the ground. The dude's over there with an AR style pistol. Everybody get on the ground. Whoa, 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 whoa. You right there. You with the Louis briefcase. You get on the ground too. Turn around, nigga. I see you. You turn around, and the dude with the AR style pistol was like, I know that's not the homie. Hey, cut, look who it is, cut. Hey, look, cut. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit was hella funny. He's like, hey, what's up, my nigga, man? He was like, hey, what's up? They dapping each other up. Like, they topping it up. He's like, hey, bro, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. How your mom doing? Oh, yeah, she got the arthritis, man. Hey, lay that nigga down right there. All right, cool. Hey, Steve Jobs, your ass over there. Like, get on the ground. But how's your mama doing? Yeah, she got the arthritis, man. Oh, you know what you do? You tell her to take... In the middle of a fucking bank heist. This man sitting there, he's sitting there telling the man, he's like, yeah, man, you know what you do? You should tell her to take a bath salt, for arthritis. Oh, word? Oh, okay, yeah. Because all she do is eat the salt. That's crazy. Like, I was like, oh, no. I gotta watch this. I was like, I gotta watch this. So, I went to episode 1. Fire. Episode 2, fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? I recommend this show highly. Like, I didn't know it was a black man who was a rapper. I didn't know he was a rapper. Like,
yeah, I know.
And then
I know.
And then I had to go listen to some music. I'm like, oh, I heard that song. Oh, that's bruh. Oh, okay. Like, he had a hot 2 summers. Like, he don't rap like that. He had a hot 2 summers. Like, bro.
He dope as fuck, man.
No, he is though. Like, it's crazy though, because like when you hear him on the show, he's like, "Oh, that music, I don't even fuck with that like that." I'm like, "Damn!" Like you was on, bro. Everybody, man, it was funny. Spoiler alert: first episode though, the man somehow ends up locked up. There's a dude over there on the other side. If you've been to LA County Jail or been to jail, this is why it's funny to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Big dude over there on the other side talking about, hey, bro, what's your name? He's like, man, I'm Vince Staples. Nah. Your hood name. He's like, oh, yeah, my name, woo. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, when they crack these things open, we're going to line it up. Like, this nigga's 300 pounds, like, big as hell, right? He goes sit down and talk to the next nigga. He's like, hey, bro, hey, you know that nigga Poke over there? Like, he cool? He was like, when he asked him, he said, hey, he got the squabble together? He was like, squabble? Nah, man, he don't really squabble like that. He ain't got it like that. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, but he be stabbing them niggas with the best of them. Yeah, masterful. Yes, precision, surgeon. He be stabbing niggas. and then the security, the CEO comes over and talks to him and shit for half a second. The CEO leaves. All you do is see this big ass nigga in the other cell practicing. Like, you like, hell no. You like, hell no. I've never seen a nigga practicing stabbing shit before. That shit was wild. He had the whole move. He had the whole sound like he was boxing. And he, like, like that shit was wild. I was like, nah, I recommend this. 10 out of 10 on my mama. Especially if you black and you have some sort of street background or have a street uncle or have, you know what I mean, have a street nephew, like a cousin. This is that shit. I am deeply upset that the show was only fucking 5 episodes. I ain't gonna hold you. They need to renew that shit. They hate on a black man say it ain't so. Because that shit was fire. I ain't see every episode, but the first two, fire. Like it's given what Atlanta should have been on bro. But that's pretty much it. That's all I got.
Welcome to 2024, man. I'm glad you got to finally know who Vince Staples is. I hope you can find out more about him. I don't know what else to tell you, dog.
I live in a bubble. Stop judging. I live in a bubble. Stop judging.
Thank you for catching up, man.
Crazy. That nigga said, damn. That's what we got on my take. Yeah. That nigga said, welcome to 2024. Yeah, this episode is gonna be called Barracuda Tea. All right, cool. I got you. The Barracuda episode. I got you.
Yes, sir. Vince been doing that. He's been doing them same stories on interviews. He just now got visuals. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Oh, yo, but I got homie over here. He be pressing stab. He be talking about this kind of shit in interviews all the time. People think he's like making jokes and shit, but he be talking about some real shit. So it's just cool. He got a platform to do visuals for all the shit he's been talking about. But he's been doing this for over a decade, fam. This is Vince, man. So glad you're here. Glad you caught up. He's amazing. I have a feeling it'll get renewed. He spent 2 to 3 years building this show, getting it right. So, you know, that's what happens when you take your time and you do it right. So,
and shout
out to him. Long Beach in the house.
Hello. Off that 710.
And I don't expect a lot of people to get Atlanta because Atlanta is just a different place. I think it's easier to relate to LA if you're from California. So,
hold on. That wasn't no real shade towards Atlanta. My bad. Let me walk that back a little bit.
Because I want to say different. That whole shit.
No.
All that is
the show Atlanta was lit until they got to season 4. I fucked with it all the way from season 1 to 3. Like season 4, it started getting weird for me. Like, and you're right. Vince Staples is at its infancy stage. So maybe I do have to actually wait till season 3 of Vince Staples to see if it's carrying the same weight. Because at least Atlanta had a lot more episodes, and it was fire all 3 seasons, like the first 3 seasons. So
I think they're all dope. It's just when I don't know shit about how shit works in Atlanta, and I get to see that in a comedy version, I'll take it. Because the same way you could relate and see how Vince's stories in California are kind of real, but kind of not.
Accurate. Kind of not.
So well, I mean, of course, some parts are going to be like
exaggerated.
Yeah. But that's my point, and that's what Atlanta does. But it don't hit the same because I'm not from Atlanta. But I can respect the art. You know what I mean? But it's like it's all good, man. I'm glad that these dudes are finding other avenues besides music because they've been on interviews saying the music ain't giving them money. So big up to them, and welcome to 2024.
I got one question before we got this TV segment. Was Donald Glover not getting no money off the music?
Not like that.
Are you
not like
serious?
Not like how you supposed to. Like,
I mean, I know specifically he you know what I mean. He wasn't getting it how he's supposed to, but I thought he was gonna get a bigger portion because he was booming. Like,
nah, when you're not getting what you think you should get, and you got other talents, you just go use your other talents.
Venture.
These dudes are comedy, hilarious type people with great perspectives, and so power of the pen, man. Power of the pen.
Hell yeah. Hey, I just want to say before we got this TV segment, shout out to Donald Glover and Vince Staples. You know what I'm saying, just for being coming in a hip hop perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like you started with the music, realize I can take it to this. You know what I mean? You start as hip hop and you're keeping it hip hop. You're not gonna let them say, oh, this don't work, so now you're nobody now. You're like, all right, no, I got other talents. I got other, you know what I mean? And you're young, you're black, and you're giving perspectives on the place that you live in both scenarios that only you guys can give because you're from there. Like, you know, and it's funny and it's creative. And I just want to say that I support both of them. Like I said, young black entrepreneurship, I fuck with it heavy.
Yes, sir.
And that's all I wanted to say about that part, because that was lit. I'm watching both, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
But that's pretty much it. We done with TV topics, so that means
Yeah,
I
man.
guess we done with 19. Shit, damn, this should be going by quick. You ain't got
BG.
eight more. You ain't got 8 more topics you want to bring up?
Do you got 8 more topics? Clickbait.
Nah, hell nah. I want to actually. I wish I had a cloak of invisibility right now, so I can get
I
back.
bet. I bet, man.
As soon as you roasted me on that shit, I was like, I put that bitch on right now. Fade right at it.
I bet, man.
But yeah, man. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in to Block Giants, man. Episode 19, man. You know what I'm saying? If you like it, we love it. We done brought you some of the hottest content that we could even just muster up, because we decided to give you the content that we think that you guys need to know about and that affects everybody, and might not affect all of y'all, but maybe you want to hear our take on it. So thank y'all for tuning in. And like I said, stay pushing, stay powerful, stay powerful, stay progressive, stay pushing ahead, and stay on your pivot. It's Ink to the G. It's Doth Mess, my brother who's taller on the other side. And we out of here. Go.
Hey.